とファンタジー目指すものは同じなりたい自分に生まれ変われ東京ダンジョン僕と行こうよ妄想ばかりじゃ楽しめないよ泣いてだって笑えすごいで踊れいつか間近に命を張れ東京ダンジョン君も行こうよ行動無形もご愛嬌でしょ愛で埋め尽くせ毎日が everyday ケタケタ笑えの名誉踊れときめく道をしてまいれ無限の浮世花を咲かせ芯が0時京王線男性仕掛けたヘッドフォンと首元光るシルバーチェーン眠らない街のネオンサイン安全地帯は全然なかった完全じゃないと認められずに生前離脱も撤退もなした永遠となく記憶断ち切るのだねえねえ君は聞こえますか同じ孤独に震える声がねえねえこの手握って飛び込もう世界東京ダンジョン僕と行こうよ妄想ばかりじゃ楽しめないよ泣いてだって笑え必死こいて踊れ無限のごとく花を咲かせ東京ダンジョン君も行こうよ行動無形もご愛嬌でしょ愛で埋め尽くせ毎日が everyday ケタケタ笑えの名誉踊れカットリスでカメラで年間直撃の不安のある高松根を隠すこちからこのネイルで兜は
Hey, I'm Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler. Oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. We bought way too many checkies. So much so that we have 2 checky books. 2 checky namakans. All hail the checky namakan. All hail the checky namakan. All hail the checky namakan. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Japan.
It was more than a year ago that 2 trips to Japan and meeting 2 English-speaking idols inspired me to create IDOLEYEZ. And now more than a year later, I did another 2 trips back to where it all began. So many things have changed. So much money was spent. Let's talk about it. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 46. Japan trip discussion with yours truly, Eggy Drago.
Where am I? Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
We live? Okay.
We're live,
Hello.
pal.
Hi guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to IDOLEYEZ episode 46. IDOLEYEZ is the #1 podcast on the planet of the base.
Oh, yes. Women are my favorite guy, of course. But, yeah.
Friggin' Aiden got me like Kyle Gordon pilled so bad.
Oh, the new metal song that he put out? That's great.
Yo, it's like
It is literally
it's
just
like the fight.
it's the new metal
It's
song
like
ever.
Linkin Park it's like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, like
Corn.
like all the yeah, Corn, just like my childhood. Anyway, I am your host Ando. I am still filling in for Eggy Drago technically.
One last ride. So
One last once in a lifetime, as they say. For those of you that are new, which I
if
don't
you're
think
new,
there are many.
holy shit.
Well, like, you're gonna watch two random Filipino dudes yap about Japan. Anyway, for those of you that are actually new, Idolize highlights the idol and idol community. Everything from Chica idols, Kaiga idols, people that are 2.5D idols like VTubers, and everything in between. If that sounds interesting to you, please tune in here every week on. I don't know what day you do this on.
Mostly
Usually,
Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
okay, so like me, see, I'm mostly sometime on a weekend here on twitch.tv/EggyDrago. If there's any part of the show you missed, or you want to catch up on previous shows, especially the ones that I hosted, I don't know, like I had some pretty cool guests too.
Yeah,
You
like
can
Ray.
watch the VODs on. You can watch the VODs on youtube.com/@idolize101. Please follow Eggy on all social media platforms,
Yeah, follow
mainly
me on,
Instagram, Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Tout, Ask Jeeves, Friendster, all
Truth
all
Social.
9 years. No. that's evil, Eggy. You want to follow him? Go there. But yeah, anything else, I'm on. I'm game. So yeah.
Yeah, at Eggy Drago on Twitter, Instagram mainly. For JP trip updates.
JP trip updates. I'm here. I'm fucking here.
Oh, JP, no, like JP reminiscing trip updates.
Oh yeah, me. Wow. I'm fucking depressed, dude.
Or if you want to find out information on any upcoming shows that Eggy has scheduled. Anyway, with that stick out of the way, let me introduce my guest. They are the cream of the crop. They are the yolk on top. Something Eggy Drago.
I am the cream
I
of
forget
the
what the
crop.
meme was.
I am the yolk on top. I am the dullest Swiss Army knife ever. I am, according to Heidi Haibara of Merkmal Mermal, I am the Gumi guy. This is Mighty Eggy Drago, back in the flesh after 2-3 months. I've been in the Philippines and also Japan, and that's why I wasn't here, and that's why Ando has been doing my thing and doing a great thing with it. But yeah, I'm here finally, and I have a voice. I haven't talked in forever, so except for like close friends and like Priv story, but like yeah, I'm here, and yeah, that's all.
And when you moonlighted for Domino's Pizza and called in.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Domino's. Get those lava cakes or whatever. But yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, this is a Pizza Hut household.
Oh,
Anyway, wait. First, before we go into, was there anything idol related you did in the Philippines, or
Fuck
nothing?
No. There was nothing there. Like I was in the boonies.
I mean,
I
I
was,
know
like,
you're in the
2 hours
boonies,
away
but-
from Manila, and Manila had like, I would say some idol groups that are like cool, but like that's 2 hours away. I can't go there. This is like, no, I can't. I have no way of travel, so nope.
Yeah. I mean, like MNL 48 is kind of dead anyway. So
Yeah, and there's like some like, what was it? There's some like indie idol groups there, but that are like really interesting. But nope, I can't really go there. So tough luck.
Whoops. So, I guess like before we start describing the trip, what was or give the audience, I guess, like the master plan behind GP Trip Part 2 or the GP Trip 2025, like I guess just in the aftermath or how it related to you going to Japan for the first few times last year, and like how this whole thing got cooked up, because I know that
Oh shit. Okay.
I know that Gumi, like specifically, I know that Gumi like scheduled their birthday live thingy around when you'd be there, so stuff like that.
Yeah. So if you want TLDR lore, way more than the actual intro, IDOLEYEZ was basically inspired because I got dragged into this hellhole known as Chica idol / Kaiga idol scene by Tsubaki Rhea, formerly known as Tsubaki Rhea, aka now Phantom of the Rhea. Met them, chatted with them, got interested with their music, found out that one of their friends, Tabaru Gumi, is also an idol that speaks English. Holy shit! And then Impulse booked a trip to Japan for a second time last year, and then did that. Went to a bunch of concerts, went to a bunch of off-kais where I talked to them, got inspired to do this podcast, and then flew back and got really sad about it. And then after like 1 year of like talking with them, watching streams, doing the whole deal, we finally booked 2 trips again. So it was for February 2025 and also March 2025. February was for 6 days. March was for originally 9 days, and then it turned into 10 days. So the March trip was for Gumi's birthday. Basically, last year I went to Japan for the second time for Gumi's birthday. This year, went for another time for Gumi's birthday, and then she had 2 birthday events. One as a member of Crazy Fantasy, and then she announced another event for her solo persona, Tabaru Gumi, as her, and then that was on the 29th. I was supposed to fly home on the 29th, and then I, as an idiot, and also as a dude with money, currently not anymore, I booked, I extended my trip to go to that solo event, because I don't want to have that fear of missing out once again. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Yeah. That's basically it.
All right, that's a podcast. Bye,
Bye, guys.
Shortest episode of Idolize. Anyway, no, but so, because I know you were in communication with Gumi.
Oh yeah.
And
So
with Rhea, like about like, hey, this is like the dates I'm going,
Oh, yeah,
or like,
'cause,
hey, I'm coming back to Japan at, like on X and X days.
I remember it was
So-
like 2 months prior. I was planning my trip, and I was like, "Hey, Gumi, here are the days that I'm gonna be in Japan. I don't know when you're gonna schedule an off-kai or when you're gonna schedule a concert, but please, if you want to land these dates or this specific window, please." And then thankfully, the March 28th, which was literally her real life birthday, they planned that event, which was like the day before I was supposed to leave. And originally, the agency was supposed to schedule that, I think like early April, like right before another member's birthday. And I'm like, and she was like, let's move it back a bit. And then yeah, so that got pushed in my favor, apparently. So that was cool, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you are known as the Gumi guy, so
Yeah.
not surprising.
Yeah, thank you, Heidi, for giving me that title. I love it.
that is your new nickname.
I guess so. I mean, that
so-
is my pinned tweet, so that's the very first thing that you see is me with a Gumi flag
Lord.
and then Gumi saluting. So it is what it
This
is.
is Gumi Australia.
This is Gumi Australia.
So, I guess before we do that, okay, take me day by day through like the first part, because I know that was mostly just Crazy Fantasy Taibans, correct?
Yeah, basically, I might as well. All right, we'll just move to the browser. The browser. So, hi.
Okay, this works. Yeah.
So basically,
Technology.
this is my schedule for the first trip. Since it was like only 6 days, I had to plan accordingly, because like they only, I think like most idol groups announce their schedule like a month in advance or like 2 weeks in advance. So like I just had some events to go to, and
Yeah.
these specific days. So I had 17 was Shinjuku Bisque for Crazy Fantasy, 18 again same venue for Crazy Fantasy, 19 I made it a goal to finally see Merkmo Murmo for Heidi Haibara at Grid Shibuya. And then 21st, which was the final live that I went to for part 1, which was in collaboration with IQ99 and Kanda. It was a endurance, or it was like QQ endurance. Yeah, it was an endurance set, so they did like 5 sets in I think like 2 hours alongside 2 other
What?
groups. Yeah, it was crazy, and it was very fun. But yeah, that was my schedule. 4 different lives for first trip. Very different compared to like the second trip, where I went to like live every single fucking day. But yeah, what a schedule. Cause like, yeah, I went back to back Crazy Fantasy, and then in between Merkmole, and then finally seen Crazy Fantasy for 5 times. So yeah.
How was Mermal live, by the way?
Mermal's so good. They are on another level, and they deserve to be on that level. I know that like when I saw them 2 months ago and also last month, I think like they had like a gigantic formation or lineup, and then a couple people graduated, which sucks, but like life goes on, of course. But they're really good.
Yeah, because I forget if I explained this to you, but like I randomly met up with Aiden, and manager in New York one weekend, and I think Aiden helped me find a Mermal or Oshi.
Oh,
Sorry, I
yeah.
almost said the other one.
Yeah, the alcoholic one and very short.
Yeah,
I
Noka.
think it's Noka. Yeah. I think I met Noka in Shibuya Station. They were handing out flyers. I'm like, oh shit, is that a Mermal member? And this was like this was like last month, like right before I saw them at Spotify Oakrest. So I was like, oh my god, Merkmole, I'm going to Oakrest for you. And she was like, okay. Here, so they signed like a flyer and they gave it to me. I'm like, awesome. And I saw another Merkmole member. I'm like, hi, I'm here for you, and also I'm here to see Heidi too. And then they gave me another.
Did you remember who it was? Or?
Oh shit! It was Noka. It was Jesus. There's like 8 different members.
I know the other. There's a lot.
There's a lot of people. Don't remember the other one. But as soon as that happened, I was like farming flyers in Shibuya. Purple. I think it was Purple Berry. I was farming flyers in Shibuya. I was going to Oakrest. It was like an hour before Mermal's set, and like walking to Oakrest, I walked past Heidi and another member. I'm like, I did a double take. I'm like, whoa, is that Heidi?
Were they just canvassing different spots?
I think they were just taking turns. Cause like taking turns like handing out flyers. So like they had like 2 members handing out flyers. Once they're done, walk back to the venue, and then Heidi and another member went to that place in Shibuya, which you can't hand out flyers there anymore, which sucks. But
Oh wait, like because of them or?
oh no. I think that was like a rule passed like in January that went into effect like April. So yeah.
Whoops.
But, yeah.
So like, was the Mermal show like solo live, or was it like?
Okay, so for Grit Shibuya, it was not a solo live. It was a Taiban with I want to say 5 different groups. Out of those 5 that are memorable to me, it'd be Jugs Mafia, because like every single member was very different. They had a Visual K member.
Did they have a graduation?
They had 2 graduations. Amire, yeah. They had 2 graduations like literally 2 weeks after I left. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, because that's my only frame of as depressing as that sounds. That's my only frame of reference.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, isn't that the group that had people graduate?
Yeah. So and Jugs is very unique because like every single member is very different. They have a Visual K member. They have like a how do I want to put this? But you know what? Everyone's very different. They got a member who graduated who really loves showing their boobies, and like okay.
I mean, it is called Jugs.
It is Jugs. Yeah, Jugs Mafia, shout out. But like, I remember them last year because like, when I was just getting into the scene, I would always go to the Asakusa Vamkin, which was like 5 minutes away from my hotel. Go there for some idol shows, and then one day they were advertising a Taiban with Jugs Mafia. I tweeted out, lol, this is a funny name. And then I never watched them until this year. So yeah.
Are they good too? Like,
Oh, they're
gen-
really good. Like, again, they deserve to be on that level of like Taibon that they're at alongside Mermal. It was them, Jugs Mafia, Merkmo Mermal, Super Macaroni Salad, which is fucking crazy because like it's 3 different people. It's a trio. It is a dude in a clown outfit. It's a girl, and then it's someone in a, I want to say if Pikachu had sex with Cheeton and just
What?
created that little mongoloid hybrid. Is mongoloid bad? Sorry. Amalgamation. And it's like, what the fuck is this? And like, this is cool, but yeah.
Wait, was the girl dressed up in any costume, or
she was also a clown. In the middle of the
Okay.
set, the guy clown. Oh no! In the middle of the set, they had like 2 fans like draw on her face with like a makeup pen, and like yeah, that was cool. They drew a little mustache and like some eyebrows.
Wait,
like, yeah.
why does this sound familiar? I think I might have had something pop up on my Twitter feed randomly, because like I remember, or like it was like a video of like they basically did like a gorilla performance in like the middle of, I don't know, some street, or like some, I forget if it was like Karajuku or like some other place with a lot of people. And I just see, like, it was just like a fan cam of a dude, like, and then like somebody would started drawing on like one of the performers' face,
Yeah,
and then I
it's
think the
probably them.
police-
It was
the police came and broke it up. Which is that's why I remembered it, was because like, wait, why? Like they just came up, and then like the performance like got interrupted by the cops. So
Yeah, I think
That's
like
crazy.
Super Macaroni Salad was. I think they only had like, they originally had like 5 people, right? It was the 3 of them plus 2. I guess the 2 of them left, but they for the songs, so it was just the 2 vocalists, the guy and the girl. The dude in a costume was just there doing backup dancing, and then whenever it would like have a former member like talking or singing, they would switch to the mascot and he'd be like mumbling, like mumbling the lyrics, and like, what is this? All right, that's a
God,
good
I
way to
can't-
like get over the
I
fact that
can't im-
people left.
I can't imagine how many, what kind of narcotics they were possibly on when inventing this group concept.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is memorable. Like, I mean, the word infamous has the word famous in it. So
Yeah. I mean, they're popular enough
Um,
to tie bond with Merkmol, so I guess
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
good.
Wait, did they do Bupon as well?
They did Bupon, but I was only there for Merkmol's line. They did get a lot of
can't
people, though,
imagine.
so
I
yeah.
can't imagine how crazy that is.
Just seeing a mass. Oh, we'll get to it like in part 2, but like there is another group that I was like, what the fuck? They had like another member that was a backup dancer and very creepy, but yeah, awesome stuff.
So for the Shinjuku Crazy Fantasy shows, or same set, or like they change it up, or
If I remember, for both Shinjuku sets, they were basically the same. The only thing that was very different was the costumes. So this was 217, would have been post Valentine's Day. So
Yeah.
post Valentine's Day stuff. So they were basically wearing the same outfits, special outfits that they wore for their standalone concert, standalone Taibon. So as you can see, Gumi with the Valentine's Day outfit. You could also see, oh, there's my bed for the first trip. I missed that bed.
Wait, let me see.
Oh,
If you could put it up on the big.
there
Oh
we go.
my God.
I missed that bed. Shout out to Hotel Tavinos. I love that. I'm ungatekeeping that. Please go there. Please book a stay
Is
there.
that the same like hotel you stayed at last year, or?
Every single trip that I've done, for the first half of each JP trip has been at Hotel Tavinos, and then every second part of the trip I've been at APA, which sucks, and then Rakuten Stay. Which
I mean, because
also
that's
sucks.
just like a business hotel chain, so it's
yeah,
boring.
it's boring, but like this is like fun, but like, and it's spacious.
Yeah, there's
but,
cool like manga stuff on all of the decorations and the wall and like the bed sheets. So
Yeah, Back on topic, they were basically wearing like these outfits for the first set, and also, since that was like the very first set I saw them as fully as Crazy Fantasy, because last year when I saw
Yeah, it
them
was
as
just-
Crazy Fantasy, it was just Rhea and Gumi, and it was just one set during Gumi's birthday live, and
Mhm.
then flash forward more than a year later, they brought in Tsukasa, formerly of Tokyo Oiran Story, and Mikuru.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
That
Uh,
I didn't realize.
yeah,
Wait,
she
what?
was-
This whole time?
yeah.
This whole time Tsukasa was.
Tsukasa was
Oiran?
in Tokyo Oiran. Went into Crazy Fantasy. Originally, she stopped doing Idol because like she wanted to be a streamer, and then Rhea convinced her to
Mm.
do Idol, and they were like, okay, and then she went into Crazy Fantasy. The other new member was Mikuru of Gemstone Dream, which was a group affiliated with Office Grace, who also managed Tokyo Oiran Story. So
Yeah.
once Gem Dream got like loaned off to another agency, but Mikuru I think left and then joined Crazy Fantasy. So yeah.
Okay, that explains.
yeah.
That explains things. But
So very much, I guess like this performance meant a lot because like I did not see them for like a whole year.
Yeah.
So
like there's so much, literally so much happened
dude,
within the year span of
from like
like Crazy Fantasy. Like, because again, like the last time you saw them, Crazy Fantasy was just basically like the Rhea and Gumi's like basically shits and giggles side project.
and then it turned into
In a
like
way.
yeah, and then they got absorbed into Office Grace, and then Office
Mhm.
Grace imploded, and then they went indie for like 2 months, and then they got signed to another agency, and that's how this new Crazy Fantasy existed. So a
Yeah,
lot has
and
changed.
I mean, like was any of the just the 2-member lineup Crazy Fantasy songs, was any of that like on streaming at all? Or no?
Yeah, so Tansan Meltdown, Big Love SSR, Wonderful World of Crazy Fantasy. You could still find the original like duet versions of the
Okay.
Crazy Fantasy songs.
Yeah, they
just
ju-
like it's just
so they just
under a
read-
different listing. Cause like
Okay.
when
yeah,
they
'cause they re-
released,
they redid it, right?
yeah, they redid it with Mikuru and Tsukasa plus the new songs. Stream Leveling 001. It's a great album. Shout out to Tokyo Dungeon.
Tokyo Dungeon is a banger,
it
man.
is.
Might be
yeah.
my favorite, like might be my favorite song that they've from Crazy Fantasy. So
Yeah. Back on topic. So this was very much the very first live performance I've seen them in. Like, I would say more than, yeah, it was like exactly a year or less than a year, whatever. Because other than that, I would be like just watching like streams, paid like stream Taibans, which is like whatever. And then talking to them via WithLive, which is like cool, but also not like their bread and
it's
butter.
not the same.
It's not the same. So like when this set started, I guess like since it was like the Valentine's Day special, every single group was like handing out Kit Kats, and like some of them were like autographed and signed. So when this set started, Gumi, I think, saw me because like I was in the front. Gumi saw me. Oh shit! Should I have it? I do have it. Gumi saw me and then immediately handed me an autographed Kit Kat. Was like cool.
Wait,
what
the
else?
Kit Kat has like an autograph section
Yeah.
for.
I think these were
That's
like
wild.
special Valentine's Day ones because
Oh,
like
okay.
you could
Yeah,
just like
so-
sign it here.
Yeah, so so it's a Valentine chocolate.
Yep. And then Rhea, I want to say like Rhea, like softball underhanded her chocolate, her Kit Kat. It hit like one of the stage lights, and it ricocheted down next to me. I'm like, after like the first song, I'm like, I guess I'll get that. So I do have Rhea's Kit Kat here. I'm not eating these. I'm just gonna
Yeah, no.
keep them. Like,
Yeah. No, you could do like Checky Meshi, but with the Kit Kat, the signed Kit Kats, but you're eating something else.
yeah, of course. I think like with this live, so this live was basically region locked because it was hosted under
Mm.
Ticket Dive. Ticket Dive, you need a JP number to access. So I'm like, ah, shit. So I got a friend in Japan, the plug named Santiago.
Shout out Santiago. Santiago is like the like literally the plug when it comes to anything like idol related. It seems like
Yeah. So Santiago, my boy, we went to this live. He got me a front row seat, not seat, standing area, to be face to face with Crazy Fantasy. Well, he every single time he got a Kit Kat, signed or not signed, he just ate it. he didn't, he didn't care about the sig. He didn't care about the signature.
Did he save the rapper at least? Or
I think he saved the rapper. I don't remember, but yeah, he just ate the Kit Kat. no care in the world if it was signed, but yeah. But
Hey,
that's my guy.
bro was hungry. I can't blame him.
Bro was hungry. Here's me, with Santiago, with all I think like 4 months worth of like checkies and like merchandise that I sent to his house from buying stuff from Crazy Fantasy shop. Yeah, he handed me the bag. I still have the bag. Hang on, Santiago. I didn't throw out the bag. You said it was special. I kept it. Oh, Jesus. There we go. I got the bag right here. It has like my stuff from Hard Off. So thank you, Santiago.
Thank you, Santiago. Indeed. I need to go to Japan. I want to meet Santiago really bad.
Yeah, he's the dude. He's the fucking goat.
Yeah.
Like, that's my guy. I'm so thankful I have him compared to a proxy address, because proxy address, they'll just throw your shit out after a couple months. So yeah.
Yeah, or you have to keep paying for it.
Yeah, you have
and
to keep paying
obviously
for it.
like
I'm like, fuck that.
you have to keep paying for it for them to keep it there past 3 months, and then once you finally ship it, ooh, like the shipping is, especially nowadays, shipping is like
Oh,
crazy,
now
so-
we're so fucked. we're so fucked. But this was basically what was in that bag. It was like 3 months worth of checky. It was like the Halloween checky, Christmas checky, a bunch of like checkies from various different shows. Cause like, compared to Crazy Fantasy Online, 5 checkies signed on the online store is like 5,000 yen. If you do it in like real person, that's about 10,000 yen. So it's very much
it's cheaper.
very affordable if you're online, or if you can't
Yo,
go to
10
shows.
I know like the exchange rate's weird, but like 10k yen is still like 90-ish dollars.
10K is around I want to say $71 now.
Yeah.
5,000 yen is around $32 to $33. So very much a steal if you want to
Hell
just like
yeah.
support Crazy Fantasy and buy a bunch of checky. So that was basically what was in that bag. And what basically filled this goddamn Bible, and also this Bible, both of this shit. So yeah, don't ask how much it was. It was a lot.
I mean, yeah, like if you just do the math, like you got like usually like checkies are like $5 equivalent here in the US. So,
yeah,
and with your like your hotel bed looks like a those like like boards that they put up in like the fucking like the FBI office when they're trying to like track like a person or like a victim, or like they're trying to connect
like,
the dots and shit.
Always
Like, that's
Sunny.
how many-
It's like Pepe
that's how many-
Sylvia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the Pepe Sylvia board worth of checky.
Yeah, there's too much shit here, but yeah, that's how I support my group, because no one else will. Well, I guess like one other
Yeah,
person.
no, I
will,
need to get on that. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got.
I'm
checkies,
sorry,
it's
Crazy
fine.
Fantasy.
But-
I need to participate in more merch.
Yeah, just
I've
send more
literally
shit to
done-
Santiago.
I feel bad. No, legitimately, Santiago could probably make a killing
if
if he wanted to act like as just like an importer or like an exporter, or like I don't want to say fence, because that's usually associated with like
Drug
illegal
dealing?
shit and like drug. Yo, I'm not trying to get Santiago kicked out.
But
I
hey,
swear.
Santiago, business proposal. If you want to make some extra dough, shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically Shinjuku Bisque. They did their set, which was, I want to say, Tokyo Junjin. The other new song, which I can't say the name of. They did Party Party, and it was basically a four song set, which is the usual standard for like these Taibans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards, oh shit, yeah. So this was the schedule. They were on for 1950, 750. I joined in around, I want to say, the act before them, around 9:30. So no, 7:30. Just because I'm basically prioritizing Crazy Fantasy because why the fuck not? Saw them.
As one does.
Saw them. Watched the two other groups. Did Bupan, and then yeah, I did my usual deal of buying 5 Ria, 5 Gumi, and then 1 Tsukasa and 1 Mikuru. Just to support everyone. I know that like most people just gun for like one member. Well, like I gotta support everyone. So
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I'm in the same boat because like usually it's so binary where you're like you're gachikoi for like one member or you're daredemo like anyone goes, but in a way like if this applies to even for me with like K-pop or like anything else. Like there are some groups that I'm just like I stand like multiple members to the same degree, and with how, and especially with I guess just how marketable or like how much merch, how much like interaction, etc., is associated with like Chica Idol stuff. Like that shit gets very expensive when you have multiple faves that you have to.
You're telling me. You're telling me.
Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir at this point. Yeah, but...
yeah, buying like monthly checkies for both Ria and Gumi. Oof. And also with thighs. Oof. But also it's worth it. So like yeah. But yeah. So this show was the first time I met. Well, I technically did meet Tsukasa. Technically, I didn't talk to them, but like
yeah,
first time.
when they were in Oiran.
Yeah, when they were in Oiran, I literally just said hi during the off-kai and did like one group checky. I'm like, okay, and thankfully she came back for Crazy Fantasy. I'm like, oh yeah. So first time technically talking to them, talking to Mikuru. Despite the language barrier, because like if you don't know the story of me DMing Andrew, because like I accidentally got a checky and I'm like, how the fuck what do I say to this Japanese?
How do I Japanese?
So basically an evolved version of that where I just like whipped out Deep L and just typed whatever I wanted to say, and then they would just react to it, and then sometimes they would respond in English. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, Mikuru and Tsukasa are really cool, despite the language barrier. And like you can tell, like both of them are very much veterans alongside Ria and Gumi, so they know their shit and they're very professional. So very much, I do enjoy, despite not being able to talk to them. And also tomorrow is Tsukasa's birthday, and I bought a with live to greet them happy birthday. I'm like,
happy
what
birthday, Tsukasa.
what do I say? So I just have to cook up a script in Deep L and just say it to her. Yeah, so that's great. But yeah, they're cool despite not being able to talk to them in English. So yeah. What else do I have?
So, how many or could you tell if there's any reaction or like what was the reception to like the newer Crazy Fantasy like the new songs that they made with the 4-person lineup compared to like did you see or are most of the people that go out for their sets just like regulars or
do you want like the fucking deep truth?
I want the tea. Yeah, I want the tea.
Okay. Yeah, cuz I don't know if they watch the show, but so every single set that I've been there, I want to say for like 9 different Crazy Fantasy sets. It's usually just me and the other Gumi fan, the super fan, Impusan. Shout out, you gave me a champagne bottle when I was drunk. I don't even remember asking for it.
Like was it like full of champagne or
no,
empty? Was it empty?
It was empty. It was during during Gumi's off-kai.
Oh my god, you still alive?
Thank you,
Oh my,
son. But yeah,
that's
thank you for
actually
the
cool.
bottle. But usually every show, it was usually me going there because of course I spent $2,000 to go and see my Oshis, so I might as well just go to every single show. Impa-san, sometimes he used to go to every single show, but his work schedule kind of screwed him over, so
Yeah.
he goes to like some shows but not all. Other than that, um oh, Barry and Soul Drive also went to some shows. Santiago also, they showed up for the Shinjuku Bish shows back to back. 17 it was Santiago, 18 it was Barry and Soul Drive. I want to say I'm literally the only regular that they have, other than Impsod, which sucks. But also, I guess that's the nature of the beast because they just started
Yeah.
out, so they are really just trying to find their footing. And
Mhm.
also, the type of Taibans that they're in compared to like I want to say Merkmole, very much they're starting out. They're really starting out
Yeah.
from the bottom, so they really have to work their way up. And yeah, so Bupan, right? Bupan, it's usually Bupan lineup. They do their whole greeting. Thank you for watching. They do a little crap. Do a little clap. I'm not Junghyun. Crap your hands. Do a little clap. Buy your checky. Usually on the line, it's Impasan, it's me, and maybe like one or two people that just saw them, and that's about it. And I'm like, shit, this sucks. I gotta do as much as I can to support them. So that's why I bought like so many checky. And then usually it's the other members. If they're not doing checky, they're handing out flyers, and sometimes they don't even. Some people don't even get flyers, which sucks. But like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do do Mikuru or Tsukasa have any like? Do they have any wotas yet, or not really?
So they have like, so they still have fans from the previous groups. Um,
Okay, so yeah.
so there's some left like grandfathered over. Sukasa used to stream a lot, and then when she graduated from streaming, not idol, streaming, some of those fans didn't really translate into actual fans of the actual idol stuff. So yeah,
Mm.
they don't really show up as much, from what I could tell. Um, Same with Gumi. Well, Gumi has like one regular that shows up, Imp-san. Ria doesn't really have, technically doesn't have a super fan except for like someone in Australia. Shout out Andre. I know you're not watching, but shout out to you. Love you. But yeah, it's just me. It's literally just fucking me. It
I
sucks.
guess I guess this is my calling to. I should be the. I should be the other, like, Ria like, mega ota. Considering I did technically change like, if we want to go back to the idolize overlay real quick, like I did technically change the idolize overlay to purple. I guess since like like Eggy did it with did it like in green mostly for Gumi, so hey, why not make it purple for Rita?
Yeah,
So
I told Ria this, and she was like, "Oh wow, I didn't know that." She found it interesting.
does,
I think
does Rhea even know of my existence? Because like the only person I've really talked to is just Gumi.
no. Aside from that conversation that I had, no.
Fuck.
So Gumi
All right.
actually talked to you, but via Withlive, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have to do more with live then. Okay. This has been sitting on here. Pengy underscore time. Hi Pengy. Said what makes an idol appear professional and look like they know their shit.
So if you've been at the fucking Taibans that I've been at, holy shit. There are a lot of groups that are just very green or just starting out
Mm.
in this schedule. Well, there's another schedule on the 18th, and I want to say last month there was like another. Oh my god. Do I want to say? Nah, fuck it, I'll say. Like the final group in like one Taiban, also Shinjuku Bisque, that Crazy Fantasy was at. Purging that. They fucking suck, dude. They're
Oh.
very green. They did not give a shit. Some of those members did not warm up their voices. They had a member just bumping into each other, into other members during the choreo. I'm like, man, this sucks. This fucking sucks. Crazy Fantasy
went on
deserves better.
last?
They went on last, which is like, okay, I guess like it didn't matter.
Usually, yeah,
Like
like you want to send the crowd out on high note, right? Like,
yeah, basically. But yeah, they gotta get out of there. I told Rhea this. I told Gumi this. They gotta get the fuck out of there. Oh, but, like not expletive, but like they really deserve better. And um, who was it? Pengi. So because Crazy Fantasy is basically a group filled with veterans, like I want to say Tsukasa has been in the idol industry for at least a decade. Mikuru has been in the idol scene for at least 5, and Rhea and Gumi as well, 5-6 years. Like they know their stuff. They're professional. Yeah, that's basically it. Zengguan, yes. New group's hard to get Woda because most people already have a pre-existing Oshi. I would say that too, cause like if they were part of a different group, you would stand them, and then when they leave, they join another group. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll like Rhea and Gumi then.
yeah, yeah, and I guess just like that's the difference in mentality between, like, I guess Western idol culture versus, I mean, Japan and Korea is kind of the same, where people, they usually either have like one group or one member, and that's it. Like they don't care about anything like tertiary or unrelated to that.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, basically, like it's just like the entirety of their existence when it comes to like idol music and culture is that one person or is that one group. Whereas me, on the other hand, like I keep finding way too many new Oshis and biases and groups that I just keep. This is why I'm also broke, because there's literally a concert every freaking weekend here. like literally just this past weekend, it was I saw Artemis. I went to the Mint Phantom Haunted Cafe, and then literally right after that, I went to go see Rolling Quartz. So I'm just like, yep,
back to back
it's
to
my
back.
life
It
now.
was just me in Japan like last month, back to back lives. But yeah, Sea Line, yes. Does streaming tickets make a difference for the group? I want to say barely, but if you want to support them overseas, I guess that's the only way you can, other than like individually. But if that's the only way, you might as well.
Yeah, honestly, and I've spoken with this with like Red Party team / World Chaos Party team. Yeah, but like you'd be surprised, or I feel like if they could embrace streaming more, even if it's paid, even if the hours are off, it might not make much of a financial difference, but I feel like it'd do wonders in terms of being able to spread at least knowledge, or I guess just people, like making it easier, especially for people that aren't in Japan, but want to learn about idol culture, but want to learn about idol groups. I feel like that's always a good avenue to go down, and like I feel like, yeah, if they went harder on that, or if they made it more accessible to people outside of just Japan, I feel like, because like that's the thing, is that I feel they're very much hard focused with domestic market, because obviously that's where they're going to get the most money and everything, etc., etc. But I feel like there's so many people in the world. There's like what, like almost like we're closing in on like 10 billion. Like, so it's like if you expand your horizons, so to speak, I feel like it'll be easy for you to at least find one person somewhere. I mean, that's kind of like what happened to you, basically. Like, you're all the way from Las Vegas, and yet you're the biggest, Crazy Fantasy, supporter out there.
By chance, yeah.
Yeah, by chance. And I'm sure there's tons of other instances where like stuff like that can happen, where you just get a super fan from a random corner of the world.
Shit, you got like Sea Line. Sea Line's in fucking Canada, and he supported Ryu and Gumi when they were still in AGS, when they were still in Australia. So I'm like, yeah, it happens sometimes. But
yeah, and honestly, like I feel like I guess embracing that more or being more open to that idea, I feel like would do wonders because obviously not everyone can afford to come to the U.S. or to like
Vice
wherever
versa.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, vice versa. And you know, again, I feel like there's a market for every group. Like, which sounds crazy considering just like a very like what I'd say the average lifespan of a Chica idol group is what, like a year, 2 years if they're
Ooh.
lucky.
Um. Shit. Max, like maybe if they get the over the hump of like 2 years, shit. Cause like I talked to Ria about this, cause like I was hella worried about Crazy Fantasy, and like with Ria, she was like Tokyo Iron didn't even get popular, or like people didn't even show up for shows until like the first or I think like the second year of existing. So yeah, it takes time. So
Mm. Yeah, so I feel like anything that can do, anything you can do to get more eyes on them, both domestic and international. Ha 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 ha, ha, idolize, ha. Ha. So, um, yeah, and that's literally why we do what we do because um, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like accessibility is probably the biggest barrier to, um, like Chica idol groups or idol music popping off. So I hope we're doing our part in making that more accessible or more understandable.
God, hopefully.
Our
This
to,
show is
to
was based on it is based, but it's also based on the fact that like some
wait. Does that picture say? Sorry, I'm really distracted. Does that picture say Checky Films sold out?
yeah, that's a big thing. That's a
Okay.
big deal because either a lot of idols have been buying a lot of Checky film, and that's why this specific Don Quixote was like, yeah, we're sold out of Checky. And this is also like why Gumi was really adamant about getting Checky film. I think like back in December, November.
Mm.
So and she added like Checky film to her wish list. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll try to buy it. And also, I did give her like a whole stack. I think like
Yeah, you bought
I bought
it
a
here in
whole
the US.
stack and gave it to her at Idol Fest. So that did help. I did give her like a pack of 20 when I was there too. So because like
Okay.
I don't need it. So
Yep.
yeah.
No, but like or that should be my next business idea. Maybe I should figure out how to make my own like Checky or Fujifilm Checky like Formula Rival or whatever. Because yeah, that's crazy. That oh hey Chitan like
Little
crazy that
fucker.
they're
I hate Cheetos so bad, dude.
um anything else from part one that we haven't discussed yet? I mean,
Part
what did you do?
one.
What did you do when you weren't at Taibans?
So, shit. So 17, 18, 19. So 20 would have been the only day I would have like a free day. So 20, I went like way out of Tokyo to like some other city, to visit my aunt. And then my aunt, she was formerly an ESL teacher, retired from that, and then turned into a baker. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So me and my cousins went to, I guess, out of Tokyo. We went to like some hard off slash hobby off slash Second Street. Just a lot of like thrift shopping, and it was mostly just that. And then also eating yakiniku, which is cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, might as well just show the haul that we got from hard off. We got a Japanese copy of Vanilla Persona 5. I did this as a bit. I took a checky with Ria because Ria also likes Persona 5.
Yo, you can't even play that on
I can't.
an American PS4. It's region locked.
Oh, it is region locked. Shit. Whatever. It's a prop. It was like $2 too. We got Kirby Superstars Ultra. I think that's the English title, but like I got this for like it's $5 too. I took a checky with not Ria, Gumi with it because she also likes Kirby. What else?
Shout out Kirby. Kirby's hella underrated over here, but I just been getting like Kirby all over my timeline.
We got the Cowboy Bebop OST. Shout out, love Cowboy Bebop. Gumi, you still need to watch this. I watched Attack on Titan, well, half of it.
I need to watch this.
You haven't watched Bebop too? What the fuck?
Yo, like, I was a late bloomer in my anime phase. Okay, it was literally just Pokemon and fucking Sailor Moon for the longest time.
But
and
we also got the greatest chica idol of all time in Japan. We got Mariah Carey. we got Mariah Carey's albums. We got Daydream, and also the MTV Unplugged EP, where people were doubting that she could sing live, and she was like, "Bet I can sing live," and she just did this unplugged. It was like the greatest set ever. But yeah.
Picking up JP CDs of even like foreign artists is actually like a really cool move because Japan's always been one of the biggest music markets when CDs and physical media was still I mean it's still popular over there. Like Tower Records.
Dude, Tower Records in Shibuya? Oh my god. They have like
yeah, like there are no more Tower Records here in the US, but there's a billion in freaking Japan. But so yeah, that's why a lot of artists, especially in like the 90s and like the early 2000s, there'd always be special tracks that you'd only find on Japanese versions of the CDs. So, you know, like I've weaned myself off of CD collecting, thankfully, because I literally have no room. But yeah, that's always the coolest thing is just finding like region exclusive tracks that you can't really get otherwise that might not be on streaming.
Yeah, and also they're really cheap. If they're like hella old, I remember like 2 years ago I went to Suragaya. I found The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill for like $1. So complete. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get that. Some of these tracks are really censored, but okay, I'll get it. So I have that. What else? So that was basically my off day. I just spent time with my aunt and cousins and just thrift shopped.
Oh, hey, pungeting.
Oh yeah. I also went to Mr. Donut, not the Mr. Donut that you're thinking of, because that place died.
Rest in peace.
I was thankful enough that I went there last year, and got.
Can I get 5 bows in the chat for
bow,
the
bow,
Akihabara Mr. Donut?
But we got Mr. Donut. It's cheap. There's probably better donut places in Japan, but I'm like, I like Mr. Donut. I like the churro donut and the pondering.
Go, churro donut's so good. I wouldn't get it. I've never gotten it from Mr. Donut, but I'd always get I'd hit like last time I went to Japan, I'd hit up either like Famima or like 7-Eleven, and they'd always have like the churro donut in there. Like,
churro donut and like the mochi donut in 7-Eleven are really good.
Ooh,
I can't lie.
Peak.
Yeah.
Peak.
But what else? What else happened in this trip? Shinjuku Part 1, Part 2. Watched Mermal. That was fun. Do I have the Mermal checkies here? Hang on. Oh, I have this photo that I censored on Twitter because I looked so dead inside. Every single time at Bupan, I'm so dead tired. Either dead tired. I can't think. No thoughts. Head empty.
Like those venues that they have like Taibans at are probably like, you know, obviously like people in Japan are insane, and some buildings still don't have air conditioning. There's a lot of like sweaty ass dudes all packed into like one place. So you know, yeah, no, like I've you are lucky to survive most Taibans. I feel like.
I guess most of the time during Bupan, I can't think of stuff to talk about, so I'm like, hi Gumi, nice show.
I mean,
awesome
I hope you had
stuff.
To talk about with Heidi.
Yes. Okay. So very first time I spoke with Heidi, she was like, "Oh, she thought I was Japanese. I had the fucking the Aiden thing of thinking I'm Japanese, but no, I'm Filipino American. I'm not Japanese. Very sorry, but yes, hi, I'm Eggy. You probably know me. You liked some of my tweets, and then she was like, "You're the Gumi guy, right?"
Oh no,
the Gumi guy.
That's your legacy.
That's my legacy. The fucking Gumi guy. Heidi, you're cool, but yes, I host IDOLEYZ too. I told Gumi this, and she was laughing. The Gumi guy. But yeah,
if I ever go to see Mermal, I'll make sure to let Aiden like send Heidi a picture of me. So it's like, this guy is American. Don't like. I mean, I speak obviously I speak enough Japanese, but like still, I'm just like, you can talk English with me. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I met Heidi. We talked about we did so I bought like 5 checkies. So that was enough time to like know some of her story. Cause I had, other than like being in Mermal and knowing her from last year, cause like she did a whole tweet. I remember this. This was during my whole thing of like searching up English speaking idols. So her thing was tweeting out like, "Hey, real life idol stuff is not like Love Live. Don't compare the two." And that was the big tweet that like a lot of people like knew her from.
Yeah,
Popped
I
off.
remember seeing the tweet too.
Like she tweeted about that, Gumi tweeted about that and her experiences, and like I'm pretty sure Choka of Idol Shikaku also tweeted about that. So it was a whole thing like last year. But I finally met her. She was cool. I knew some of her story. I invited her to Idolize. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Also,
crossing my fingers.
also the aside from Checkies, since I was
What?
so
Why
outside
did like that?
outside of Checkies, I got free selfie tickets because like I'm technically a new person watching Merc Mall, so I took like 2 selfies or like 2 pictures, and then instead of like signing a Checky, they signed like a message thingy, and then one thing that came up was like, "Hey, I remember when people like thought you were Kiki Hime." And then she signed the thing like, "I'm not Kiki Hime."
I'm pretty sure Heidi's way taller than
Way
Kiki
taller,
Hime.
and you can tell by the accent that she's not Kiki Hime.
Yeah, she's not. She's not Australian or Austrian or whatever the joke is. But
No.
yeah, look, that's wild. Okay, that's actually really funny.
Yeah. Other than that, oh yeah, there's a selfie with Barracuda or Barry and Soul Drive. That was 218.
Shout out Soul Drive.
Shout out Soul Drive. Both of them were on
takes-
Idolize.
Yeah.
but- yeah. Oh, and also I did bring the flag, the duo flag for Rhea and Gumi to take pictures of. That's cool.
Yeah, that is you, Barry.
What else? So part 1, I think the final live was, if I can scroll up and get the schedule, it was the QQ.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when you had first explained like the endurance relay, I thought it was just them doing like, it was like, okay, Crazy Fantasy's going to do 5 sets back to back to back.
Not back to back. No, it was 3 groups.
That was crazy.
3 groups, 1 set per hour per respective artist. So it was okay. As you can see on the schedule, it was who the fuck was the other group? I can't read Japanese, but it was a co-ed group. I think yeah, them. And then second was Crazy Fantasy. Third group was IQ99. Who's hosting who? It's Andrew. Andrew hosting for one last time before I super kick him like Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I love you. But yeah, this was the schedule. Club F, QQ99, Endurance. So it was 5 sets, if I remember correctly. First set for Crazy Fantasy was just normal, but it was also in their version 1 outfits. So they had like the fluffy bow.
They had outfit changes
Yeah.
in between sets.
Yeah.
That's
So first and second set, they were in the V1 outfits, and then Mane-san was like, "Hey, do you want to buy checky of the members in the version 1 outfits?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll wait for after the show." So first set normal. Second set, they did a thing where I think one of the members couldn't talk, and the manager had to like dub in their voice while singing.
Oh no.
So it was what did they sing? I want to say it was Tokyo Dungeon. So the manager would like, they did like a Junkin Pun. Gumi lost, so Gumi couldn't talk. So the manager had to dub in Gumi's lines, shittily, because he didn't know the fucking lyrics. So they just did that. That was the second set. Third set, if I have a picture. Third set, I don't have a picture. Oh yeah, okay. So third set, they switched into their main costumes, and then this set was all in the dark, just lights out. So like before this concert, they asked everyone that was attending to bring light sticks or anything that was super bright. So me, Impasan just lit up a bunch of like pen lights, and that was basically this set. It was in the dark. You could see the shade of green off of Impasan's pen light in front of Ryu's face, but it was hella dark. I don't know why. Just I guess for some variety, cause like they have 5 things to fill.
Yeah.
So that was.
And they only have so many songs.
That was that. That was third set. Fourth set was, I think, Party Party original, Party Party, but there was a song spliced in the middle of that. If I can find a video. Do I have a video of it? Shit. I do have some videos here, but Party Party, it was basically the Party Party set. Party Party, Party Party, meme edition with like another song interrupting the chorus and they had to dance to it. Party Party again, and then Party Party 2x speed. So that was fun.
Nice.
Damn, do I not have video of it?
I don't know if this will be later, but funny idea. Oh, hey, I could hear the sound. Funny idea. If they want to do like Party Party meme set, they need to do Party Party, but they replace the instrumental with shitty recorder.
I will tell Rio about that.
Okay, yes, please do.
Oh, that's not that. Oh, this is not edited. Which one is this? Oh, this is Big Love SSR. Nope. This is the lights out set. If it loads. This is probably some people's first look at Crazy Fantasy. I'm sorry, it's dark.
Party Party accordion remix. Party Party. Let's see. What other? We can do Party Party.
I think this is the 2x one.
No, we need Party Party chopped and screwed.
Oh yeah, this is 2x. And then I think this is the one where it's like interrupted.
It's funny that.
Is this it? Yeah, it is. It's just interrupted with another song. Yeah, but you were saying?
Oh my god. It's funny how basically like even with Gumi's trying to do like 2x doesn't sound much different because Gumi already kind of has like a chipmunky voice.
Yes.
So he's like the Gumi just naturally speaks at 2x speed.
Yeah. What else? What else happened? Fourth and fifth set were basically normal. Just normal sets.
Okay.
Other than that, IQ99 are pretty good. They did some covers. I want to say so Rhea would like pop in sometimes, just to watch the other group. I'm like, IQ99 did a cover of Day. Fuck. What the fuck was their group name? Because Rhea suggested this group when I was getting into Chica Idols. Day 9? Day 9? 9 days. 9 days. So IQ99 covered a 9 Days song. I'm like, this song sounds familiar. Oh my god, it's 9 Days. And then at Bupon, I told Rhea this. And then Rhea was like, yeah, one of the members was a choreographer for 9 Days. I'm like, oh wow.
Oh, that's
small world. But
so wait, like choreographer turned idol or just like
I think just straight up just idol turned choreographer for some reason. IQ99 did like a 9 Days song and it's not recorded, but which sucks because like they just did covers just to like pad in their sets. They did 5 sets, so whatever.
Honestly, this whole concept is actually really interesting. I wonder
they IQ99 like did this last month, but I couldn't go because priority is Gumi and Crazy Fantasy. But they do this with 2 other groups, I think every single month. So, IQ99 are cool. They had a dude with a muscle roller, ab roller. Just doing that during the set.
Yo,
So
yo, I love like that's probably like my favorite thing about like getting into this is just like the funniest like randomest shit people do in the pit. Like I told you about how like or like at bread party we did
Balatro
they
pit?
literally did Balatro pit. They did, you know,
yeah.
they've done like weird stuff like that. So or at Natsu Matsuri I want assuming freaking Switch 2 gets released, I want to do a Switch 2 pit.
I don't know if it's
But-
gonna be released, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna
But,
be able to get one. In
Yeah,
time.
I think it's the pit, JP pit compared to like US. I'm pretty sure it's the craziest shit ever that I've seen. We'll get to in part 2, with the Mermal Oakresh Shibuya set, because like that was probably the most wild crowd I've been in ever. But yeah, ab roller guy was cool. What else? Fourth and fifth set for Crazy Fantasy were basically vanilla. They just did the standard stuff. I took photos with my big boy camera. I posted them on Twitter. If you could search #eggshots, you could see those photos I took, which were also not edited because I didn't have Lightroom on my laptop, so they were still pretty good. So, other than that, what else happened? Bupan got 10 checkies for Ria, 10 checkies for Gumi, 1 and 1 for Tsukasa and Mikuru. Said my goodbyes.
And then the new Idoleyez intro.
Oh,
or like
that's later. But one thing that I was like, wanting to get was a revised version. So the very first Eggy lore, Idoleyez Eggy lore, the very first thing that set off Idoleyez was randomly going to Tokyo Oiron's like Bupan table to get a Ria checky. They had me do a dice game, and with that dice game I won a 10-second video with Ria, and I'm like, what do I do with this? This is pre-Idoleyez. So I'm like, hey Ria, do you want to like just promote Tokyo Oiron? And then she did that. That's next month. That's part 2. So I've been gunning to get another video from Ria ever since like the 217 Shinjuku Bis show, and then like I asked for the video, and she's like, you have to win the you gotta win the dice game, and then the final show for the first trip, I'm like, I won the dice game finally. I've got a 10-second video, and I finally revised that video that we got last year. If it loads.
Hello, this is Phantom of the Ria from Crazy Fantasy. Yeah! We have now 2 Australians in this group. What? And we have 2 Japanese in this group. What? We're very, very chaotic. Come watch our show. Yeah!
So that was that. I was so happy I fucking got a video to replace the other one, because Ria was still Tsubaki Ria, still in Tokyo Oiron. I was still too cowardly to show my face, but we got this. It was great. And that was a good cap off for part 1.
That is like that one video is basically like the chain of events that followed from that is why we're doing this literally right now.
The domino effect that caused, because like Ashes replied to that video, and that's how I first, I guess, met Ashes, and then knew about other idols. Shout out to Ashes.
Freaking Ashes. Look, I'm still mad from this morning, by the way. Like, so Ashes, because like I took photos at Mint Cafe, and Ashes was like, "Hey, how much you want for this?" I'm just like, "Yo, just give me enough to cover my KogaraCon ticket." And then Ashes was like, "Bet," and then gave me double the amount. I'm just like,
"What,
bro?" She's like, and then Ashes was like, "Oops, my finger slipped." I'm like, "Yo, that's bullshit. Your finger did not slip." Secret third host, indeed. Yeah, Ashes
Secret
is
third host, 4-time guest, possibly 5-time guest at this point, but yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, shout out Ashes, indeed.
That basically capped off my part 1. We got selfies. Oh shit, I was running out of time at Bupan, because like Bupan was an hour. I bought 10 checkies for Ria, 10 checkies from Gumi, and that took so much fucking time because Impa-san also did the fucking same for Gumi. And I'm like, shit.
Damn.
So I'm like rushing to get Bupan, get all these checkies. So I think I got like 9 checkies from Ria, 9 checkies from Gumi, And then I was running out of time, so I'm like, hey, instead of a checky, just do a selfie. Just fucking do a selfie. So I got selfies from Ria and selfies from Gumi. It was cool. Neat.
Yeah.
Awesome. What else? I think that basically capped off part 1.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, you mentioned to me like before that like part 1 wasn't as packed as part 2, but
Oh,
that's
fuck
still
no.
a lot.
That's still a lot for 4 shows. Yeah, I did a lot. I bought a lot of Checky. I spent a lot of time with Crazy Fantasy. I'm like, yeah, this was a good cap off. But it was not enough. It was fucking not enough because I booked that second trip for March.
How long was the gap between part 1 and part 2 again?
So I would have left Japan February 22nd. March 20th was the start of part 2, so almost a month. So
Almost a month. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because
So-
I know you said you were going insane basically back in the motherland. You're
Yeah.
like, they're so close yet so far.
I was like having that post. It's worse now. It's way worse now. But I was
Yeah, I
having that
know, yeah.
post JP trip depression, and I'm like, "Hey, Gumi, I'm sad. I can't be there for the other events." But she was like, "Yeah, you're
I mean,
here
it-
next month."
Is it really a JP trip if you don't crash out for a month afterwards?
Holy shit! Like right now, I'm dying, brother. I'm
Yo,
dying.
like, I haven't been to Japan since like January 2023, and I'm still crashing out from that trip because, especially now that okay, like now I'm more idol pilled than wrestling pilled. So yeah, I need to pull my own Eggy JP like Taiban like madness.
Oh,
trip
dude.
at some
Pro
point.
tip. If you're doing a 10-day trip, which is way more than the one that you did last month, which was 5 days, double your fucking budget. Double your budget. Don't be me.
Tokyo's cheap, but also expensive at the same time.
Oh my god. The Suica card and also food. I did not factor that into my budget
Like I
when I
said-
was focusing
like I
on
said, if-
fucking tickets and checky. So I'm dumb.
Yo, you gotta go for even if you don't leave Tokyo, like if you're there for long enough and if you're going to different places, whatchamacallit, JR Pass usually saves you.
Yeah, I
saves
should
you
probably
and,
do that
like,
next
take
time.
it take advantage of like that is like literal that is the Gaijin buff. That is like the one thing you advantage you have over like people that live there is that you can get JR Pass.
So yeah, part 2, 10 days. I don't have the schedule on Dropbox, but it's 1, 2, back to back to back to back to back lives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Taibans this trip in 10 days. So
That's correct.
and an off-kai and
Hey.
also a photo shoot session. So a lot of shit. I was so dead inside for most of the trip because going into back to back to back Taibans does take a number on you. Lesson
Yeah,
learned.
no, like one or two shows in a one day is enough to like wipe me out. It's, like at my age at this point, so
Yeah. So
like it
yeah.
sounds funny, but like usually for obviously like I'm sure people in the chat have experienced this too. But like when you're going to shows or when you're going to like events that have like multiple things going on at a time, you're not eating properly. You're not like your schedule's like all fucked up. So yeah, you're basically just dead afterwards. So like me, I'm technically still recovering from yesterday. So
So, day 1 started with literally flying to Narita, going in, checking into my hotel, chill for an hour, and then immediately after the hour, rush to Akiba Galaxy because Gumi had a set at Akiba Galaxy. So I'm like, yep, of course I gotta go see you, Kamiyoshi, because she had 2 shows, one in the morning, which I missed because like I'm on the fucking plane. Second show in the evening, thank God. And I guess little nerd shit, but like March 20, which was the day that this was on, was also the first day I saw Gumi last year perform. Same venue too, which is crazy. So
Oh shit. So it was the Gumi-versary.
Gumiversary, I think yeah. So like one of the checkies that she signed was basically the same pose that we did, which is finger guns, and she was like, "Happy 1 year." Like, yeah, same venue too. Cool. So I saw Gumi. I guess this shit. Do I want to say? Ah, fuck it.
Go for it.
So 20 and 26 were, oh no, cause like, between last month, the last time I saw her, she was still doing primarily Crazy Fantasy. She took a hiatus from doing solo stuff. So
Yeah.
I think early March she just started back doing solos. So I just saw her March 20. March 20 and March 26 were also just solo shows at Akiba Galaxy. I'm like, cool. I'll see you. Oh god, it sucks when you see your Kamioshi light up a crowd. Crowd goes nuts. Crowd chants. Crowd mixes. Crowd goes wild. But when Bupon happens, it's literally
Oh.
just you and maybe one other guy. It fucking sucks when people don't I guess like vote with your wallet, but I guess that's the nature of the beast, and also that's what Gumi is used to for the past like 2 years, where people don't buy stuff other than like their regular. But it sucks when you buy Checky and then after the fact offer to like stand in the corner and say like, hey, if anyone wants to buy 2-shot Checky, I can take pictures for you.
No.
And you
were
stand in the
stabbed.
corner, and you stand in the fucking corner, and you see Gumi just there trying to hand flyers, and no one fucking goes to her table, or maybe one person goes to her table and buys something. I'm like, yeah, yes, but most of the time it's fucking no one. And that was the 20th. That was the first show I saw, and basically sat in the corner and just hoped that people bought stuff. But no, fuck no, no one did, which sucks. It fucking sucks seeing that, dude. And I know that
Yeah.
Gumi's like so comfortable with it, but like, fuck, dude. It doesn't have to be that way, man. But
Yeah, because
whatever.
usually, like, sometimes you think, like, oh, shoot, like, I killed that set, and then no one comes up. Like, did anyone even come up and say, like, hi afterwards? Or just say, like, oh, that was, like, a really good, really good performance? Like,
I want to say
nothing, like, not even talk to
20th, no, because like the other fans were focusing on the other groups that are also having Bupon, so like cool.
Yeah.
26 was okay because like I bought stuff, stood in the corner, offered to do Checky, and like one person bought like a hand signed ticket for one of her birthday shows. I'm like, yeah, whoa! And then another person bought a Checky, and I'm like, yes! And then she handed a flyer to someone who later went to her birthday show and got like front row, which was expensive, but like yeah, that worked. But like I guess like what she told me was like, yeah, there's gonna be some good days and bad days, and most of the time,
Yeah.
from what I see, it's gonna be bad days. But like, it doesn't have to be that way. But it's also like looking through her perspective, she's done this for years, so she knows
Yeah,
what to
so
expect. I'm just
she's
here
used to
like
it.
I'm here like sometimes, and like seeing that sucks. But also
Yeah.
like it happens to other idols too, cause like I wasn't like fully paying attention, but like some other idols don't get really anyone at
Yeah.
Bupon, so I'm like, it sucks.
Like, side note, like, I mean, obviously I haven't been to an event over in Japan, but I kind of had it, or I kind of saw something similar happen, or like and obviously like I'm friends with like a bunch of idols at this point, so like Pawn Rangers told me about like occasions where like they'd perform at Taibon, or they'd perform at like a convention or something like that, and a bunch of like other performers also on the same lineup would get a lot more attention with like Bupon, or just like having people come up to them, and like not a lot of people going up to Pon, or like last week's guest IDOLEYEZ, like Tara basically told me like, or at when I first saw Tara perform at Idol Gateway, Tara was like, wait, or like I'm pretty sure you're like the first person to ever like ask for a Checky from me. So I was like, wait, what? Like that was weird. I think like people like took Checky with Tara afterwards, but yeah, still like it's you can sometimes like some people like yeah you can kill it on stage, but it doesn't always translate to merch sales or like
It's
your
very weird
actions
because like uh, you go first.
and like I mean I feel like it's like the sort of the standard thing for um all performers. So whether that be like idols or bands or like whatever, basically you don't make jack shit off of the like the actual event itself. Usually you're just trying to break even. Where you're really trying to make it worth like doing all the work or trying to make a living off of it is um you know is your Bupan table. So it's really like that's the thing is like if you're like yeah, so if they don't really get much, it sucks because like sometimes you could actually end up being in the negative
Yeah,
depending on like how much you had to like invest in just being able to attend the show, or whether it's like you commissioned like music or costume or like something like that. Like yeah, so that's why I always try to like I'm not really that crazy with Checky the same way you are, but I always just try to at least like if I'm like dead broke or like I don't have money or like I don't like know or like I don't know what the system is, I will at least go up to the table, say hi, say I really enjoyed your performance and that like I want to see you again, and you know
yeah,
even something like that. And I understand that people have their kamyoshi and like their main groups, but I feel like that shouldn't necessarily be a barrier from supporting other idols or showing support to some degree. Obviously, you're going to support your faves the most,
yeah,
but you know, I don't. I guess me, dumb Westerner and all or whatever. I don't think that should be a hard barrier from you just even voicing your support or you know telling them, "Oh, I like this is my first time seeing you. I really enjoyed it," and that sort of thing. Anyway, rant over.
because like on the
Like,
26th, Gumi also performed. The opener was cool. And
mhm.
like she had Bupan at the same time as Gumi. Gumi had like her Bupan like right after her set. So I'm like, while she was setting up her table, I went to the opener. I'm like, do you have a Twitter? And then she showed me her QR code. I'm like, yeah, bet I'll follow. Show her I followed, and she was like, okay, thank you. And then she gave me a goodie bag. I'm like, oh my
Holy shit.
god, she gave me a goodie bag, and it had like an origami heart. I didn't upload it. She had an origami heart, and then it was like open me, and then I opened it, and it was like a thank you for supporting me. I hope you go to another show. I'm like, oh my god. And it also had
Yeah.
like chocolate, and I'm like, yes, chocolate. But yeah, sometimes at these shows I did get some flyers, and even though I'm mainly there, I'm highly prioritizing my money to Gumi and Crazy Fantasy. There was like some groups that I did buy Checky from, or like some soloists I did buy Checky from outside of them, because like if they're good, they're good, and if I don't have time to get Checky, I'll follow them. I'll get a flyer and follow them, because like shit. I guess that's bare minimum support that you could give if you're not like spending, but like
Yeah. Yeah, social media like talk about them or something like that, or start an entire podcast where you talk about how much you love idols. So
yeah.
all right, what else we got on the lineup for
So
part 2?
20 was Gumi. 21. So I made it a mission because like last year I saw Tokyo Iron story. I only got Checky from Ria because I was too chicken shit to speak to the other members without a translator, because like I was a coward. So when Tokyo Iron disbanded, one of those members left the whole entire idol industry for reasons. Everyone else, Tsukasa went to Crazy Fantasy, so I got a Checky from her.
Mhm.
Ria, of course, I got a Checky from. The other member that I didn't get Checky from was Ira. Ira is currently a part of Ushimitsu 03, or just Ushimitsu, sorry. And then even before that lineup that I saw them as crazy as Tokyo Oiran, they had two other members, Sayumi and Kasumi. They left before I saw Tokyo Oiran at the year start of January 2024, and then they formed Kuwan, which is a duo. So I'm
Ah.
like, okay, I'll make it a mission to go to at least Ushimitsu to get an Ira Cheki and Kuwan to get a Sayumi and Kasumi Cheki. Because, like, even though I don't know them, they were still part of Tokyo Oiran, and Tokyo Oiran's cool.
Yeah.
So,
You
yeah.
think you could assemble, or obviously besides the one that just like left the industry entirely, you think you could assemble an entire like like uh Checky set with all the members of or
Tokyo
former members of
Oiran?
Oiran?
I did. I did.
Oh, is that everyone except for the person that left? Or
That
that
are still like active in the industry. That was everyone. So
yeah.
I got
Okay, so
I
yeah,
got
you
Ria,
did. You did.
Tsukasa, Ira, Sayumi, Kasumi, and then like
Okay,
yeah, I got everyone except for
that's
Momonchi.
cool.
Sorry, Momonchi, and the other member that left like day 2 of after debut. I'm like, okay, sorry, but yeah, everyone completed the set. So Zerko Tokyo. This was 21st. I saw primarily this for Kuwan. Kuwan didn't allow any video or photo, which sucks. So I don't have anything except for the Checky. But they were cool. So Tokyo Iron was basically rock slash alt focused. And I want to say Ushimitsu and Kuwan are, I guess, the offspring of that. Kuwan was basically rock idol covers. Ushimitsu, quote unquote, is just reheated Oiron nachos. I'm taking that quote from someone else, but that's basically what it was. And it's still good. I still like them. But Kuwan was great. Do I have the video? I had them do a video of promoting. Oh, I did. Okay. So, Sayumi Kasumi, they're cool. I got Checky from them. I told them via DeepL that I knew them from Tokyo Oiran story, but I didn't see Tokyo Oiran until after they left. And they're like, do you know about Ria? I know. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I know Ria. And that was basically why I got here. So they're cool. I asked them to do a video promoting Kuwan, because of course.
My name is Sayumi Ushijima. My name is Kasumi Seno. We are Kuon! Yay, Japanese rock idol! Yay, yay, yay!
They're cool. They did their one man like a day after I left Japan for part 1, so I'm like, shit. But at least I saw them for like this one specific Taiban.
Did Oiran Wotos follow them over? Or?
I want to say so. I want to say the Oiran Woto carried over to Ushimitsu primarily, and then some of them did carry over to Kuwan. One thing that's really weird to me was like, after Kuwan set, I went to Bupan, waited in line for Bupan, but it's only just me and the other guy. But also during Kuwan's set, they had like at least 10 people with Kuwan shirts just vibing out and watching the show. But after the fact, they didn't fucking go to Bupan, which is really weird. I guess they were there just to support Kuwan and tell the venue that they were for Kuwan, and then immediately leave.
Oh yeah, because that's is every Taiban like that, where when you buy the ticket, you
ask.
usually say like, oh yeah, they ask like, oh, what group are you here for?
Yeah.
Like,
so that's how they. I want to say that's how they determine like who to bring out for future Taibans, or like who to give like the ticket revenue for. But like, yeah, that's what they do for every single thing. Saying yeah, Ira's. Like you told me, Ira, and what I saw at the Ushimitsu Bupan, she had like the most people on her Bupan line. And yeah, they did carry over to Ushimitsu, primarily. So yeah. Kuwan was great. I showed up for them. I stayed for a little bit. I didn't realize that this was an Alice Stella, basically one man. They had a 1-hour set. I'm like, I'm too tired for this.
whoa.
Alice Stella's cool, but like, I'm good. I left halfway. And I'm pretty sure one of the members saw me leave or trying to open the door. I think she said something. I don't know what she said, but she definitely pointed me out leaving, which sucks. But
just be like Nemui. Sorry, Gome. I mean, but actually, no. Japanese people know what sleepy means. Come on. Okay. Just say sleepy.
But yeah, I saw Alice Stella. They're cool, but I left because like halfway because I was really done. I was brothered out. But yeah, Kuon's cool. If you wanna,
I should listen to it.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything on streaming because like it was mostly
fuck.
covers. It was mostly someone replied to me, but it was mostly covers of like the producers' former groups. So
Okay.
yeah, if I can find that tweet, I'll just send out like the artists. But yeah, Kuon, great. 22 was a doubleheader, both for Crazy Fantasy. In the afternoon, it was in Akihabara Stella Cube, a very small venue. In the evening, it was back again at Shinjuku Bisque, which is basically their signature venue, other than like Cosmic Lab, but they usually just perform there. Do I have anything? Oh, 22 special because like Gumi didn't appear for either show because like she was really sick, and I noticed that during the 20th.
I heard about that.
She was kind of sick during Bupan. I'm like, shit. And so it was only a 3-person formation for the 22nd for both shows. Yeah, as you can see here. If it is. So they usually have like either yeah, they have the other members just dub in for Gumi's lines basically. So, yeah. Oh Jesus, no! Oh
shit!
No,
I thought
we're not doing that.
I thought Mikuru was about to eat shit.
No, but Strobe Light shit sucks. But yeah, double header. Gumi not there. It was still fun. What else happened? I got my checky. I did the dice game again, and one of those rewards was a punishment gain. I'm like, I heard that Rhea slaps really hard, according to someone. So I'm like, hey Rhea, after this checky, can you slap? Can you slap
Damn.
me? So that happened.
I heard you do boxing, but can you handle the power of Rhea's hand? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
She went soft on you, bro.
She went really soft. I told her to go as hard as you can. So she was really. She was pulling her punches. I was expecting like the hardest slap ever. That's like the most gentlest.
It's not like the muscle. It's not like the muscle bar where
Bro,
they
and I told her.
Slap the shit out of you.
I told her after the recording. She asked like, "Was that hard?" No, and then I told her I had worse.
Damn.
But yeah, that's like I was expecting the most like Katsuyori Shibata-esque slap ever, but no. Just rock my shit, but nah. It was fun though, I guess.
It's like you get a shirt that says I went to see Crazy Fantasy and all I got was CT.
So that happened. Oh shit. I met Daniel. Daniel, I don't remember your your handle, but Daniel is a big Rhea guy. Spent so much money on Rhea Checky. He was cool. In between the Akiba, not you, Dilek. In between the Akiba set and the Shinjuku set, I went to dinner with him. We talked about basically, I guess the upper tier idol groups like Night Owl and like everything. Every other group that was like related to them. We talked about like Crazy Fantasy and like he knew Rhea back in like 2022. Back when Rhea started in Tokyo Oran, which is crazy. But yeah, that dude got news that Night Owl was disbanding during Gumi's birthday live, and he was upset. He
crashed out so hard.
He took a checky with Rhea, and then he talked about Night Owl disbanding during the show with her, and she was like, "Damn, this sucks." But yeah, Daniel's cool. I had creamy udon with him in Shinjuku. It was like 2,000 yen. It was the most gigantic bowl ever. I'm like,
Okay, they better be giving you a gigantic bowl for fucking 2,000 yen.
it was so big. I was not that hungry though, so I ate like half of it, and then most of the time I just talked with Daniel. Shout out Daniel. If you still have information on the Korean Chica idol scene, please give me information, please. My God, but he's cool.
Ooh, I'd like to get into the Korean Chica idol scene too.
He's cool. It was good to see actual Gaijin Woda. It's Gaijin bad foreigner Woda. Other than me, because like I made it a bit where I would just retweet that one tweet that I did last year. I'm like, I think I'm the only foreigner here. Every single time there's like at least one foreigner, I would take a selfie with them, or if there was no one there, I would post like a sad reaction, and yeah, at least there was someone there. That was cool. That was the 22nd. What happened? 23rd was the Ueno Park Idol Festival. So Ueno Park, I guess like this thing is a big deal because like there was a lot of idol groups on this schedule. And
You're talking about the that's where that video or they're on the stage.
Yeah, they're on the stage.
Yeah, that one, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen that specific venue before in like random videos or just or no, I saw someone I saw like on Twitter somebody was at I don't know if it was the same event or like another event. I'm sure they hold 1 billion, but they were basically like they were all the way at the top of the bleachers. They were cramming for JLPT, and then
oh yeah, it was
with the book in one hand, and then they had the pen light in the other.
It was a Kai Guy idol. I think like Santiago took that picture. They were just at Ueno
Yeah.
Park in the bleachers, and I think their name was
That
CC Lemon or CC Honey Lemon or something. But like they were just cramming. I think they passed. Hopefully they passed. If they
Future
were
idolized guest. Future idolized guest.
I don't know if they spoke English. But if they do, contact me. I know they're close with Aiden, I think, but like I'll see what I
Okay.
can do. But that happened. Ueno Park, I guess this specific venue is like really catered to a lot of photographers and also a lot of fan cameras because I bought a front row seat. I was not, so I brought my camera, my big boy camera, because like after this event, I would do like a photo session with Ria and Gumi, but I was not taking pictures during the set. I took a video, but like that doesn't count. Everyone else next to me, they had tripods, they had gigantic lenses, they had the whole deal. They had Canons, they had literal cannons. They had Sonys, just focused on every single idol, taking pictures or taking video. Cause I would say that every like 1 out of 10, no, half the fan cams that I see on YouTube for Chica idols are usually at this venue.
Yeah, at this venue.
So-
Yeah, that's why it looked so familiar to me. So
Of course, you have
Yeah,
like,
I'd like to-
the sideways like weirdo camera angle, but like at least they get video. It's weird.
yeah, yeah. I need to pull up to a show there. Yeah, because I I don't know. It kind of seems like it's iconic in a way. No, and I think I've seen, no joke. Okay, so mild tangent. I believe it was So there's a character from like the Heisei era Godzilla films where like her name was like Miki Saigusa. I forget what her actual name is, but yeah, so she was also an idol, and I think I saw a really old like just random YouTube like old school like fan cam of her performing at this same venue, and I was
At
like,
here?
wow.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So like that's how long it's been using. That's how long they've been using venues like this. Try being a regular photographer at dark, grimy live houses. Yes.
Oh, you're telling him, and you're telling me. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Pro tip for people that want to do video that's either for vertical platforms or horizontal platforms. OpenGate. OpenGate is a lifesaver. So basically it will record, like, it's only certain expensive cameras have it, but it will record the full because usually for videos it'll only record like the tiny part of the screen, and it'll be 16 by 9, and then from that it'll crop inward. If you want different aspect ratios, but OpenGate literally records the entire sensor, and for my camera, it's literally like a full square. So all you do is you put the person that you want in the middle, like the very middle, and then you'll have enough room that bam, you can crop it horizontally or vertically, and save yourself time. Like it's literally life changing.
Yeah. So C-Line, yeah, the sideways ones kind of suss me out sometimes. I don't know why.
Because
It gives me
they
very.
try. It kind of looks like they're trying to
They're
get
trying
like
to get an
upskirt photos or
upskirt.
whatever.
Yeah. I could tell with one.
Jokes on
specific
you, they
that,
have safety shorts.
Some of them. Um.
Oh
Yeah.
God! I mean, like obviously, like I know there's groups where like their whole thing isn't safety shorts, but I'm sure, like, I'm pretty sure, Crazy Fantasy.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, there's other groups. You and me know that one group.
Fucking.
Yeah, I don't.
I forget the name of the group. I just know
forgot the name
Wakame.
too, but like, yeah, kind of sus. But Luna Park, fun. They got a lot of people taking photos. Fun. I think after the fact, they retweeted some photos from the actual like event. Were they retained as actual Crazy Fantasy fans? No, not really. I mean, they're just there for photos, and they're just subjects for photos. But other than that, they got people at Bupon, which is cool. New people, which is great. Other than me, which is great. That's what I want. But
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like like a big idol festival like this is definitely a great way to attract other potential otherwise
Oh, yeah,
people
'cause,
that
like-
don't go to like live houses on the regular.
dude, cause like tickets here, front row is like 2,000 yen. But if you just go like in the bleachers, it's free, but you have to pay like a 600 yen drink fee, which is like,
Okay.
of course.
That's
But-
crazy cheap.
But that was fun. I think after this, we had like an hour gap.
Between the
Between this and then the photo shoots. So I booked.
Yeah.
So I booked 3 different sessions: 2 for Gumi, 1 for Ria, 40 minutes each. So that area that we were allowed to photograph in was very tiny, and most of that space was filled with food stalls, which they were not expecting. So it was even tinier. So not a lot of room to talk.
take a picture in
to
front of the food
take pictures.
stalls.
I mean, shit. Do I have a photo? I do have a photo of Gumi. If I can find it, I'll just put it up here. Hang on. Where is it? But it was basically 40 minutes each. Some people didn't even bring cameras. They just paid
Brought their phone.
10,000 yen to walk and talk, which was like, yeah, you know what? That's
That's
even cheap.
wild.
That's even cheaper than a with live. A with live is like
I guess.
15,000 yen. This is just 10,000 yen. So
Yeah, for 40 minutes.
for 40 minutes, yeah. If I can find the JP Raws. But I took photos, some of which I did finish for Ria. I'm just waiting for Ria to post some of them. If I can just let's put this here. There. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one you showed me. Yeah, the weird
the
bottle
the
thing.
fig
Uh,
liqueur shots that were just advertising there. What else was here? Basically, we took some photos. We talked. Pro tip: you should probably keep your fucking mouth shut about some things. I learned that the hard way.
Don't worry.
But yeah.
No, but so is this like a regular thing that they do for Ueno Park events? Because
I want to say, because like Ria and I did notice that like some other groups were also doing like photo sessions, walk and talk sessions at Ueno Park. So I'm gonna assume that this is like an actual reoccurring thing, because I'm pretty sure all these groups were banking on the sakura blossoms like actually blooming, and they did. But it's also like not in this area. You have to travel like 5 minutes away to see the actual sakura blossoms, because like the
and I'm
area that
sure
we're given
even if
sucks.
you did, even if you did go, it'll be hella busy because obviously everyone wants to do like hanami at the same goddamn time. So
Yeah. So These are some photos that I took. I'm just waiting on Ria to post some of them so I can at least post right
But yeah,
after.
like I'd love to do a photo shoot session like this. So I'll keep that in mind whenever
'Cause, like,
whenever I do go back to Japan.
I think the last time they did a photo session as Crazy Fantasy was in July, back when they were still in Office Grace, which is like, yeah, that's hella long ago. But yeah,
Can you just ask them to do one when
uh,
I'm there?
no, you have to
I
pay.
would literally, I'll be like, I'll pay. I just want to do like a photo shoot like this, please.
If Gumi was still unsigned and still solo, you could probably pay her to do a photo shoot, but not anymore. She's focused on just doing music. So,
All right.
what else? So
I'll just convince him. Hey, I'm a big shot photographer in the idol scene over
no.
here.
I mean, you could show your portfolio,
No.
but like, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess like that'll work. So did a walk and talk with Ria. That was the second session. Gumi did a walk and talk. I have the photos, but I don't have them edited. I mean, like, shit. If you want to see them, sure. If I can find them.
Why not?
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, are these finished? Oh shit, they are. Hang on.
finished me.
Because like I'm lazy and I just do presets. I'm like, yep, this is it.
Is there like, was the concept for the whole like walk and talk thing, like, is it like Sailor Seifuku?
Oh yeah, so
on purpose or?
So with Crazy Fantasy, they do monthly checkies, and with those monthly checkies, they have a different theme. Last month it was February it was the Valentine's Day outfits. For March, I guess like just because it's like quote unquote graduation season, they just had like school outfits, which is cool, I guess. So they just wore these. Yeah, they just wore school outfits for the photo shoot. Yeah. So I talked to Gumi, did photo shoots with Gumi twice, 40 minutes. Just basically did a mini idolize, I guess. Yeah, the Kirby, she's had that since like last year. But Kirby bag's cool. Did some photos. What else? What happened here? What else happened, Andrew? Government name Andrew.
I don't know. Why are you using my government name, bro? People don't know who the fuck Andrew is. They just know Ando.
But did that. We just walked and talked in a crowded area. We passed by like Mikuru and like Tsukasa, and with them, they didn't even their people didn't even have cameras. They were just there to walk and talk, and they just bought, like, one of them bought Tsukasa a beer, and it looked hella sus because Tsukasa wasn't in a school outfit. But I'm pretty sure, like Ria said, like even though they're in a school outfit, it still looks fine because like they look hella old, so it's fine. Old, way past.
They're not
high
actual
school.
JKs.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah, so we just passed by like the other members, just like chilling with the other people. Funny story, for that first session that I had, I had Gumi, so Ria had like someone else. That person that booked for Ria wasn't even a Crazy Fantasy fan. They spent 10,000 yen just to kill time. they just found the event. They just found the event on
That's wild.
Event Pocket or whatever. They were like, Ueno Park, I'm there for the Idol Festival. I guess I'll book this. 10,000 yen. They didn't even know Crazy Fantasy. So Ria had to explain what Crazy Fantasy was to them. So it was fucking weird.
Bro just wanted to walk with a cute girl for 40 minutes.
Yeah. So that happened. Everyone else. Oh shit. So everyone else was either a fan, cause like +2 Reflex, who was a regular, used to do a lot of like photo shoots with Gumi, Ria, and their friend Meki. Did a lot of photos. I'm pretty sure Ria and Gumi did post photos from them. Tsukasa had like one regular. Mikuru also. So it was mostly regular fans, except for like one guy was like, "Why did you?"
The one guy that just casually dropped like the equivalent of $100. Like obviously I know like exchange rate's different, but like that is That is not an insignificant amount of money to just drop on
Just
somebody
drop
you've
10,000
never seen
yen.
before.
You don't even know, and Rhea had to explain what they do.
What a
It's
flex.
funny. It's so funny. Other than that, I basically just did that for like 40 minutes each, so 4, 8, 12. I did that for 2 hours. Walked and talked. Honestly, if you're in Japan and you see Crazy Fantasy, please do get a checky from Rhea. She's a really good chat, and also Gumi too. But Rhea's fun.
Yeah,
to talk
Gumi's the
to.
one that actually knows who I am. I will.
But hey, you know what, Ando? Buy a with live with Rhea. Sometimes she has late night slots. But
Assuming like that's the thing, Rhea needs to do them and not at the ass crack of the morning and or not when I'm actually like working an event. So
yeah, I'll
please, I will literally. You know what? Screw it. I'll just like be like at Rhea. Please put, please. I will do with live if it's not at an an unreasonable time for Eastern New York,
I'll probably tell
America
her, like,
time.
I'll
Please.
probably tell her next week.
Yeah.
I'm out of funds, but I can do at least like one with live per person, so like per week. So I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll tell
Bet.
I'll tell Rio that this new fan really wants to talk to you at like midnight JST.
It doesn't have to be that late. Jeez. I'm just saying it like I'd want something ideally that doesn't require me at waking up at 4 in the morning
Hey,
or
you
like
know
5
what?
in the morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So second trip, I stayed at Rakuten Stay instead of Hotel Tavinos. This was 10 days for the equivalent of $550, which compared
crazy
to APA, I would take this over APA, even though they have the exact same size. It is hella cramped.
Yeah, most
I'm still not
yeah, most
used
business
to it,
hotels
dude.
are like the same size. Yeah.
I'm still not used to like being like basically in a sardine can for like 10 days or 9 days. I did switch like hotels, but yeah, this was hella cramped. The
Yeah,
bathroom's
and
so
there's like no
small.
room. There's no
Oh
room.
shit.
Like, where did you put your luggage?
Oh, I have a picture of my luggage. Hang on. If I can
I think you
find
just
it.
scrolled past it.
Ah, shit. Hang on.
Nope.
Ah.
Yeah. Come on, I just saw it.
I saw it too.
Yep.
Where? Oh, there we go.
Is that?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my
so, like,
luggage was basically in the middle of the hallway. In
Yeah,
the
it's just
middle
fucking
of the
blocking the whole
bathroom.
thing.
So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing is like they say these are travel or like business hotels, but so like they're not expecting you to have yeah, it's fairly spacious. Like I've seen smaller, but yeah, like there's really never any good place to put luggage. Or if when every time I've been like I'd put my luggage or I'd always just like close up my luggage even if I wasn't leaving, just because there's literally no space to just put out clothes or like anything like that. It's oh man, but
Yeah.
no, 550 is for like
550
dollars for that is insane.
Yeah, because like they had like a hell. It's like because originally I booked a hotel in Ueno, and it was like I want to say 700 for 10, and I saw this listing and it was like limited on Expedia. I'm like 550.
Where was it? Where was this at?
Uh, the Rakuten listing. It was on Expedia. It was like
Or no, like what part of Tokyo?
Asakusa, but not in. Oh yeah, this was near Asakusa Station, so a little
Okay.
bit far from Sensoji, but it was still fine. I
Yeah.
could still navigate to Akiba and like Shinjuku, but yeah, it was cheap. I'm like, oh shit, I can get a cheaper hotel and save like $200. So I booked this and canceled the other listing. But I forgot I didn't. This was like a few weeks prior to extending my trip because Gumi announced her show on the 29th, her solo birthday show on the 29th. I'm like, oh shit, I should extend my trip. I extended my plane ticket and I had to book another hotel because I couldn't book another day in Rakuten. So I booked
Damn.
a hotel like in between Ueno and in between Asakusa. So it was a hell of a far walk, but it was fine. And that was like an extra $100. So, other than that, hotel, fine. I'm pretty much convinced that JP business hotels are so small because they really they really convince you to just get the fuck out of there and just explore the actual area and not spend time like lying in bed
In the hotel. Yeah.
yeah, no. Yeah, that was fun. I got photos of Rhea for some reason. There we go. Rhea buff.
I'm
buff
dead
Rhea.
at the timer in that photo. Is like, all right, you got 1 minute.
Oh yeah, that was unused. Oh, that was for Tsukasa because it blew. But
Oh, okay.
what else? I took selfies with Rhea. I took selfies with Gumi. I look like shit because I did not bring a good razor. Oh shit! During that Ueno Park, the Ueno Park live at Bupan, they were offering a special 1 minute photo session. 1 minute photo session with any member if you bought a Checky ticket. So I'm like, okay, I'm buying Checky from Tsukasa and Mikuru because I'm already doing photo sessions with Gumi and Rhea. So I'm like, hey, Mikuru, 1 minute photo session. So I just like, this is like one of the photos, but I took I rapid fired the shoot button. If you can see, I rapid fired the shoot button and got at least maybe 200 photos of Mikuru. If you could see on my
In
webcam.
1 minute?
In 1 minute. So yeah, I just told her to do whatever pose, and and then I just machine gunned the shoot button. Or yeah, look at that. It's all Mikuru.
Crazy.
It's all Mikuru.
Yeah. See, like, even I do that, but like, yeah, no,
It's still going.
like-
Okay, there we go. But,
even for phone or whatever, like, people people go crazy, be like, oh my god, it can do like 10 FPS, like burst shot, but afterwards, you're just like, I don't want to sort through 100,000 photos from one event when they're not moving that fast. So, like, literally ever since last year, I'm at 3 shots per second, or like like anything more than that, and it's just garbage basically that I'm never gonna look at again.
so after the Ueno sessions, I went to Shibuya. In Shibuya, I had a Taiban in Shibuya Spotify Oak Crest. I had like an hour to kill, so I just went to Shibuya Station and farmed flyers. That's how I met some of the Mermo members. That's how I got a lot of flyers, and I'll probably go through that probably some other time. That we're like overtime right now, but did that. Went to Shibuya, Spotify Oak Crest. Saw Mermal, saw Lion Net Girl, saw Noriko, and they were good. Yeah, and then in the middle of that, I had a panic attack for reasons unexplained, and I was like, ah, shit. I don't remember half of that, or like the tail end of that Taiban. I don't remember. So, awesome stuff. And then when I met Heidi at Bupan, I was like in the shittiest mood ever, and I am so sorry, Heidi, that I was like really down and depressed. But I guess she tried to comfort me with that. But met Heidi, got Checky. Yeah, and that was it. That was also the last time I saw Santiago. Dapped him up. He gave me stuff that I had to send to Aiden. I'm like, cool, and I sent that yesterday. So yeah, shout out Aiden. Yeah, so that was my 23rd. It was packed. I had its highs and lows. Very much more highs and lows. But yeah, that was fun.
That's all one day being crazy. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, you did say you literally did 11 in 10 days. So
Yep. Back to back to back to back. 24. So 24 would have been Cosmic Lab. I only had time to watch. I did promise Aiden that I was gonna watch Yonohate. I didn't watch them last month, the month prior, because I didn't have anything to fit my schedule. But this one specific Taiban had like a mystery timetable, but it was Yonohate and 2 other groups. So I'm banking on like Yonohate being at least the first group or the second group because I had to dip. I had to go to Shibuya because Crazy Fantasy was gonna be on a radio show, and I wanted to see that too. So I saw Yonohate, as you can see here. I don't have the video, but they did Gachikoya, Gachikoya, Gachikoya. That was a good song.
That's like the one song I know.
Yeah, because like
Just 'cause
Aiden
they did it
that
at
for
Aiden Birthday
the-
Live.
Yeah, and then so I saw Yonohate. I guess I might as well just tie in this story. I saw Yonohate. I didn't have time to go to Bupan, which sucks because I had to rush to Shibuya. But literally a day later, I found the Raimu of Yonohate just handing out flyers for their special event. I'm like, Raimu! And I'm like, you're from Yonohate. I saw you at Cosmic Lab literally yesterday. I'm like, yeah. And she was like, yeah. And then I think I apologized because like I followed her Twitter and I translated like, I'm sorry, I only know Kira. And then she was like, Kira's here somewhere handing out flyers. And I'm like, oh, bet. So I looked around like the Hachiko statue and then around and around, and then I finally saw Kira. And then I
Kira.
I saw Kira and I introduced myself as Aiden's Tomodachi. And she was like,
that's what I'm gonna do too.
and she was like, oh. And then she was like really sad that like Aiden's checky package got lost. We just talked about that, hashed that out. I told
Rest in peace.
but
Can I get some Fs? Can I get some Fs in the chat for the Aiden's like checky package that
F.
is lost somewhere in? What happened to it exactly? Like it got lost in the
open
mail,
like
or-
it got open like mid shipment. So like all that stuff is just empty from the box.
Oh my god! So it's like probably at the bottom of the ocean or something like that.
maybe. And like the only way Aiden could cope with that was just to take checky of
More.
the the photos that Santiago took of the checky. So it's a checkyception, which is like
Yeah, checkyception.
which you know what, Santiago, I really hope that doesn't happen to my shit. I really hope you duct tape that package and send it to me. But yeah, that happened to Aiden's package. Kira was really sad about that. Kira was really excited that I was Aiden's Tomodachi. I offered to I handed my phone on Aiden's DM on Discord, and I was like, can you type a message to Aiden? And she was like, no, but I can sell you a ticket for 500 yen and I can write on it. And I'm like, bet, 500 yen? Here you go, Kira. And she handed over a ticket, and it's like handwritten. It said Aiden and some Japanese characters I don't recognize. So Aiden, whatever it said, awesome. So
Oh my god!
I sent that over. I met a bunch of other groups. Oh yeah, I met like Mermo members. Did I? Yeah. No. It was Yonohate. It was Gangdemic. Oh my god! And then like right when I was about to go to Oakrest, I was like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like,
Oh, this is the
Oiron,
one group you told me.
Oiron, don't you? It was Oiron, don't you, Yoi? And like she was near the Hachiko statue. I'm like, oh my god, Oiron, don't you? I saw you at SPP last year. And she was like, yo. And then I got a flyer somewhere in the stack somewhere, but it was a gigantic
boy.
one, gigantic flyer. And we just talked about like Oiron, don't you? And like how excited I was that like they grew in like popularity after like a year. And like, yeah, cool. And then I gotta go to Oakrest, say hi to Miyako and Rizu for me. And she was like, yeah, bet. And I left. But yeah, that was
Oh my
fun.
God.
Just randomly seeing a member of a group that you saw last year just promoting a show in May.
See, like I don't know why. Like I've been to Japan like 3 times now. I don't know why I've never gotten like an idol. Like maybe because I'm like usually like hyper focused. I'm going from one place to another. But like I've never seen that many people like handing out flyers, or maybe I just like didn't notice or didn't take any. But
I
you know,
feel
next time I
like-
go to Japan, I'm just gonna go up. I'm just gonna go around like Shibuya or like any like place where like idols be like conglomerating. And be like, okay, he's like, even if it's like something I've never heard of, I just be like, oh, like what is this? Oh, like I'll just look him up and then
Because
or
that's
attend live.
that's literally what I did for like an hour just to kill time. I was like, I might as well find new groups to look up. and-
Legitimately, like that's why I want to do it. It's just like fuck it, like find a new group, and it's like, oh wait, hold up, like you end up like finding your new like
Cause
Oshi, like Kamioshi group.
I think like 23 and 24. Whenever I go to whenever I go to Shibuya Station and they're handing out flyers, I did not give a fuck. I had to like go to wherever I wanted to go, and like whatever. But now that I did Idolize and now I'm hyper focused on idols, I really need those flyers. And now they
Yep.
banned flyers in Shibuya, and idols are now having a hard time handing out flyers and figuring out where to go, which sucks.
How
But, like,
about is it just Shibuya, or like how about like Shinjuku or like Akiba or like,
So, like,
any other like
when Ria and Tsukasa were trying to hand out flyers for Tsukasa's birthday, they tried Shinjuku, but no one it felt like no one wanted to get flyers. And like when I told Ria, "Hey, what about Akiba Station?" and she was like, "Akiba isn't really our scene, and it sucks to get to." So, okay. So I really don't know where they're handing out flyers. Yeah, Shibuya is the main place, and it sucks that they
just
banned
start
flyers.
just start leaving the flyers on the ground.
Oh, dude, that's what someone did in Northwest Idol Fest. That had a VTuber persona just leaving flyers all
Yeah.
over the place. But yeah, saw Yonohate, went to Shibuya, killed time in Shibuya Station, getting flyers. And then Crazy Fantasy was invited to a radio show, but in order to go on that radio show, Mikuru had to stream on a specific platform, and you had to throw as much money at her as possible, rewards at her as possible, because she was competing with like 12 other idols for this specific spot on a radio show. I'm like, all right.
Do you know what the platform was? Is it like
I had it here.
it wasn't showroom, was it?
No, it's not showroom. It's whatever this is. It's backwards. But I might as well just show my home screen. It's this one. Play button here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's basically bootleg TikTok streaming. Mikuru had to stream like every single day, and people had to throw points at her just so we can be on the top of the leaderboard and hopefully get that radio spot. So I'm like,
Wow, that's like Irium with the
oh, it is
offside
basically
flyer.
Irium. It's basically Irium with the sake event and the standee event. It's basically that with this radio show. So I'm like, Mikuru needs help. Hey, Kai Guy fans, Australians that know of Ria and Gumi, please help Crazy Fantasy get more fans. Please throw points at Mikuru. So we got Andre, we got Naki, just throwing points at Mikuru, and by like a 2,000 point like gap with second place, we won first place. And like, yeah, woohoo!
Woo.
Mikuru was able to be on this radio show with the other members of Crazy Fantasy. I'm like, yeah, woohoo! So I had to go
That's
there
awesome.
to see what happened because I basically bankrolled this. So, god damn, threw so many fucking points at this just to hope that this radio show happened, and it did. So thank God. So I didn't understand shit. This radio show was in a building in Shibuya, but it was also, you could see what was happening from outside. So there was some fans. Some fans just watching. Mostly it was just tourists passing by, and seeing what was happening. Some of those tourists thought Crazy Fantasy were a bunch of famous YouTubers for some reason. I'm like, okay,
Close enough.
close enough. Some of those people were there for second place. Yeah, Shibuya Cross. Some of those people were for second place, as you can see on the right. So the second place winner was able to be the assistant host. The host, I'm pretty sure, is a former AKB48 member, and this was the final episode of this radio show, so it was very important.
Do you know the name? I mean, obviously, like, there's a billion people in AKB48, but like, I'm curious.
Shit. Shibuya Cross. Oh shit. Mayobaka. Shibuya Cross. Damn. I don't remember, man. I don't remember.
Well, I'll look it up later. Don't worry.
If you could probably see from Mikuru's tweets, who it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, did that. I don't know what they were saying. Of course, the literal disadvantage for me is I don't understand Japanese, and this whole 50-minute episode of radio was basically them introducing themselves and doing a little question game. And sometimes Ria and Gumi would break out the English just to say that, yeah, I speak English and we were from Australia too. I understood that. I understood.
Like,
and then, oh my god! And then Ria saw like some of the tourists just watching, and she was like, "Hey, yeah, we're Crazy Fantasy. We're an RPG related concept idol group. Please follow us if you can. I'm Ria. I speak English." And like, yep. Did that work? I don't know, but that was cool. But
yeah,
well,
in general, like, like it might seem, or to Westerners, it might seem like, oh, it's a radio thing. Like, what's a big deal? Because obviously we don't really listen to radio here anymore, but radio programs in Japan are massive. Like, if you get on certain, like, pretty much, especially with idols, because, you know, almost every idol has had or currently runs a radio show. Like, Sakura from, like, Listener FM / HKT had one. Nako has one. You know, like, basically, like, every major idol, every big name idol, every, you know, big name anime program has some type of, like, radio show-esque event. So, or period. So it's actually a really big deal to make it on one of these. So, like, that's probably, you know, you might not see the direct result of it or whatever, but, you know, it's yet, but I'm sure that did wonders for Crazy Fantasy in terms of just getting their name out there.
That's basically why I wanted to, like, try to help out, because, like, last month or the month prior, I'm like, yeah, there's really no one here. There's really no one at Bupan except for, like, the 2 regulars and maybe the foreigners. So I'm like, yeah, they need more people, with eyes on them. Haha. So that's why I tried to get them on this radio show, and it worked. And hopefully they got people. Yeah, that was fun. I got Checky from Ria and Gumi. That was fun. Cause like I didn't know that they were doing Checky until I was walking past the radio area, and I saw a sign that was like Crazy Fantasy 2,000 yen. I'm like, are they doing Checky? I'm like, I walked in.
I've never heard of, or you wouldn't think they'd be doing Checky at like a live or like a promotional appearance like that.
Yeah, so like, yep, I walked in. I definitely got shit talked for my broken Japanese. So I'm like, oh shit, I was like, Ichicheki, Ria, Ichicheki Gumi. I'm like, and they were like, okay, here you go, 4,000. And then that the Checky attendant, who wasn't even like the manager, because usually the manager does Bupan, but like this is the radio station. She was like to the other person, Ichicheki. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. No. I don't speak Japanese. I'm so sorry.
It's one. They know what one means.
Yeah, this is why I gotta learn Japanese, dude, so I don't get fucking.
They know, like, like. I mean, the funny thing is, though, if you flip the script on them, like, some people obviously, like, yeah, like, they have no clue what the hell, like, you're saying, but, like, I'm pretty sure they know what the number one is.
Yeah. I have some motivation, some really bad motivation to actually learn Japanese now, because I hate getting shit talked. Even though I know that I'm getting shit talked, but I don't know what they're saying. But like, it sucks. But yeah, I got Checky. It's fun.
I mean, like, I forget, like, there's different counting numbers depending on what the object is. There's a counting number for people. There's a counting number for objects. There's a counting number for animals. But I'm pretty sure, like, if you just say Kippu Hitotsu kudasai, like, literally just Hitotsu is like 1. and Kippu is just ticket. I mean, you don't even have to say Kippu. Most people understand what ticket means. So, like, you don't have to, like, hard mode it. It's like, yeah, like, most Japanese, like, honestly, you could get away with, like, bastardized English Japanese, and most people would understand you. Because there's just so much there's just so much that you can, like, that just gets, like, turned into English anyway. So
yeah, that was Shibuya Cross. Got my Checky. 25 was Ushimitsu. Ushimitsu is mainly rock focused / alt focused, and the venue that they were at was hella one. It was packed. Two, it was I don't know if I want to say wild because like there wasn't a lot of call and mixes during Ushimitsu. Ushimitsu, they were just like, yeah, we like this, we're vibing. The other groups are like call and chant, but I guess it just depends on the concept because like the other groups were alts, but also really kind of kira / cutesy. It's weird, but my whole deal was trying to complete the set of Tokyo Oiran checkies, so I got checkies of Ira. Yeah, that was fun. And because this venue was underground, I relied on Deep L so bad to communicate with the Japanese members. I'm like, oh shit. So like in the middle, I think like right after Ushimitsu, I'm like, I gotta find signal. So I went to the bar area, I found signal, and I typed in a message, like a prepared message to like show to Ira. Like, hi, yes, I know you've from Tokyo Oiran. Ria really got me into idols. I really want a checky from everyone from Tokyo Oiran, and I'm really happy that you're having great success with Ushimitsu. And then did that in Deep L, copy pasted it into Notes app, and then screenshotted it just in case. and then when I went to the Boop online, I just showed her that, and she was like, yeah, awesome. And I got 2 checkies.
Yeah, at least it worked. Yeah,
it worked.
I would have been so devastated if that didn't work.
Like if I was there and I didn't know any Japanese and Deep L did not work in this one specific, if there was no signal in this one specific area, I'd be cooked. I'd have to explain in broken ass English and broken ass Japanese that Aira, Ria, Tokyo, ski. No, I don't want to do that. But yeah, at least that happened, and I got my checkies. But
oh my god.
What else? Ushimitsu's really good. As bad as it sounds, reheated Oiran nachos is a bad descriptor, but it's good. Also, they have only one song on Spotify, and they allowed no video and no photo during the actual set. So I'm like, shit. So I only have 2 checkies as evidence I was there. So yeah, but Ushimitsu, good. Watch them. Support. Okay. Oh my god, Ushimitsu. So there's like 3 people there, 3 girls, right? Aira, Glasses Girl, and Tomboy Girl. But also they have another member. And it's like a little pervert backup dancer. He's like Darby Allin, white face painted, and he's doing backup dance. They're doing backup dances and they're twerking while Ira and the other members are singing. I'm like, is this really necessary? Like, why are they there?
Does that even go with the concept? Like, why?
I guess their concept is just being weird because like they have like jumpsuits and like all their promo.
That's not weird.
Their promo vignettes are like kind of weird. But also the backup dancer did the checky for me and Ira, and they're like with a checky the camera, and they're like, all right, awesome. Just silence, dead silence, like a mime, just doing that. But yeah,
is that their stick? Do they just not speak, or do they not
404
know how to say anything in English?
I guess that's their gimmick. They don't talk, apparently. But yeah, they did not talk at all. They only twerked and danced. But they're fun.
All right, I gotta check this out.
What else? That was 25. So 26. We talked about that a little bit. Another Gumi Akiba Station. Akiba Galaxy set. That was fun. Seeing her as a soloist again. Bakashinu. Enma. Gotta look them up. 27. Okay. 27. Off Kai. Off Kai was hella important because I think I begged and pleaded Gumi that I wanted to do 1, a photo shoot, 2, an off Kai. And like, cause last year I went to an off Kai for Gumi's birthday. It was at Bar Pearl, where she used to work at, and Bar Pearl closed in the meantime that I was out of Japan.
Oh.
So, and also she doesn't do side gigs anymore, so she's just mainly focused as an idol. So like,
Yeah, she's just idol maxing at this point.
idol maxing. So off Kai, it was at some random like top floor bar area. It's like I guess like an Airbnb area where like they could just rent it out as a bar. Cool. I had fun. I was so fucking drunk. But that was probably the first time, and since Gumi's like actual birthday off Kai from last year, that I got hella plastered because that was back to back with also Oiron's off Kai. So I was like, fucked.
Oh boy.
So if you want the drink count, it was rum and coke. It was a highball because Gumi was having a highball. It was a champagne glass.
And when in Japan, you have to have high.
Of course. It was a champagne glass. 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 It was a champagne.
All from the Gumi campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like two, like, cause Impson bought like 3 different bottles. Cause like if you bought 3 bottles, you got a special award or something. I'm pretty sure it's 11.
Damn.
If you bought 10 bottles, and by the way, each bottle is 20,000 yen. If you bought 10 bottles, you got a date at like Disneyland with Gumi, but no one fucking bought that. That's way too much. But 3 bottles from Impusan.
20K is like that is
20K is like $140 USD.
Yeah, that's like 150 after like the markets.
So yeah, Impson bought 3 bottles and shared it with everyone. Gumi had like some people like buy champagne from across the pond in Australia and bought some drinks. I'm like, okay. So I drank at least maybe 10 drinks at this point. I'm so plastered. And Gumi started doing karaoke because like Imson requested karaoke, and like she did like a Canaria song, and I'm like, cool. Ooh. Awesome. And then I don't know if I was really plastered at this point. I don't know if she offered to do a duet or if I offered to do a duet. I'm like, what? Either way, I'm like, duet? Gumi, do you know Cruel Angel's Thesis? And we did. Okay, so the rundown was Cruel Angel's Thesis, Snow Halation, Soldier Game, Envy Baby, Karakuri Piro, and I'm forgetting another song, but I'm pretty sure it's 6 songs. 1,500 yen per song, which is like hella cheap.
Okay, that's not bad.
So, plus this off guy was with 4 other people, and it was 2 hours. And I do not want to bother hearing Gumi talk to other people in Japanese, and I don't understand it. I might as well hog the time by myself to sing karaoke. Like a selfish brat. But yeah, I did karaoke, and that was probably the most fun I've had ever. Duetting Snow Halation and Soldier Game with my favorite idol, and doing a song that I was supposed to cover literally 4 years ago, Envy Baby, with Gumi. And hopefully one day this year I can cover that in full as
oh shoot. Idol debut.
I don't know.
Idol debut.
But yeah, that was fun. I was plastered. I remember literally half of that off Kai, and I remember like most of the singing that I did with Gumi. So that's fun.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Impson had to drag me to Konda Station because I was so gone, and in the middle of that. Oh wait, no. Do I have the checky? I do have the checky. Okay, yeah. So these are 2 of the checkies that I got. We got an Envy Baby checky because I still have the cards in my wallet. So we did that. I was so drunk that I didn't realize the card that I had was backwards, like a dumbass. And then we did like a shots, like a drinks up like symbol. But I was so fucked up that I did it the other way. It was cool. So yeah, I was gone. I went to Konda Station. Impson, either I asked Impson for a bottle or Impson just gave it to me. I'm like, okay, I just have a bottle in my backpack. Just found it in my backpack the day after. Awesome. But yeah, 27, fun. What else? Let's go, just like trying to take it home. 28, 29 were both the birthday events for Taburo Naigumi and also Taburo Gumi. So the Crazy Fantasy one was at Cosmic Lab. Pretty spacious venue. A lot of people showed up, I want to say,
That's
for
good.
Crazy Fantasy, which I was so happy about. So for that event, Gumi had a. Oh yeah, no. So Gumi had the flower stand, which the flower stand project, which hey,
Yeah.
both you
I
and me
technically
funded.
I technically contributed.
Yeah, you were there. Hi, Ando. And I'm
That's
there.
me.
Vinny Eggy Drago. Wow. So we helped fund that. Which was all the flower stand, but also funded Gumi's special outfit for that day, which was made by
Ooh.
Meki. Yeah, it was just green. It looks like a keypow, I guess, but it's cool. I liked it. I complimented her on the actual outfit. What else happened? Gumi had a solo set after the Crazy Fantasy opening announcement, which was cool. Really trying to figure out what happened there. Yeah, just special outfit, cool. Solo set. Yeah, I got my 9 checkies from Ria because that was probably the last time I would see her until next year. And then also got checky with Tsukasa and Mikuru for until next year. Cool. That was that. And then Gumi had a long line for Checky at
Oh,
Bupan,
I can
and I'm
imagine.
so fucking happy. Oh my god.
I mean, you have to. It's a birthday girl. You
Yeah.
have to get to check you with the birthday girl. Come on.
Yeah, so that was fun, and there was a lot of new people that didn't know Crazy Fantasy and probably there for the other groups, but they were there to buy Checky.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Like, yeah, like they didn't. That what I was talking about earlier is like, hey, even if you're there for another group, just like why not? Just like go up, say hi, heck, buy a checky, especially because see, like just. It's evil, but they should just say, "Hey, it's Gumi's birthday!" Like at every random time on that they go to, and then they'll just get okay. People will get guilt tripped into being like, "Okay, I have to get a check."
I guess like
birthday.
even then, the March 20 event that Gumi was on, it was the headliner's like 3rd Idol anniversary. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
So like,
And also
yeah,
like
big crowd.
and also like they were also participating in Gumi's solo birthday. I'm like, okay, I might as well buy a checky.
Oh, that's cool.
So bought a checky, and I guess like everyone followed suit for this event to buy a checky with a birthday girl. Cool. As a bonus, I got birthday flags or something, 2 of which are on the Gumi shrine / Crazy Fantasy shrine to the right of me. One of which is just standing on my bookshelf for no reason. I have no other place to put it, but yeah.
We do indeed. We stand for the
shit.
flag and kneel for the.
And also, I finally got a Kakumi checky. I finally got a group checky because last year I would have gotten a Crazy Fantasy checky, but it was just Ria, Gumi, and also Meki, and Meki wasn't really a part of Crazy Fantasy, so I got everyone else finally.
Yeah.
So that was that. 29 was Gumi's solo birthday in Ikebukuro, Lavis, which was fun. As a bonus, since I got a hand signed ticket, which I can't grab. I also got, which is on my desk, a bromide of Gumi in her new outfit that she revealed on her solo birthday, which is fun. This is just on my on my desk. Aiden called me a Japanese salaryman, which I don't know if that's a compliment because of this, but
You take those. It's just like that Simpsons meme, the "Do it for her." Well, it's just
Yeah.
like that, but with you.
it's basically that. Especially with the group checky, it's just here on the side of my desk, so definitely helps. What else happened here? Do I even have photo? Oh, I do have photo and video of Gumi.
Oh, is that the wait? Is that the outfit or just
No, this
her
was just
wearing
OA, so she just had like the birthday shirt and then like the
it? Okay.
bottom. And then she brought out like 2 songs that she doesn't usually do, which is like Gimme, Gimme, Gumi, Gimme, and then like My Kingdom in the Making. Those are 2 songs that she usually doesn't do in sets. So I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And then in the middle of it, she did like a new song, which is untitled, and I didn't have any video of it, which sucks, but like, and then in the middle of Bupan, she was handing out tickets or like paper so like people can like write down the title of the new track.
Yeah.
It was cool. Oh yeah, this is the one with her new outfit.
Oh wow.
So that was cool.
It's weird. It's weird not seeing her wearing green, just because I'm so used to.
It's the crazy
seeing
fantasy.
Gumi-
Yeah.
Yeah, with crazy fantasy member colors. So.
So,
But
with this live, since it's the last live, I'm like, and like she was the headliner, and like, it didn't really strike me that this is gonna be the last live I'd see her at, like physically, for like another year. I'm like, oh shit, I really gotta support as much as I can. So I did like try to do call and mix, try to like, you know, wave my pen light and whatever, and I don't know. It was definitely emotional, even though I'm not the most emotional person like to show it, but like it was emotional. Yeah, and then I did Bupon, and then, you know, 10 checkies, and she had the longest line ever, which is great, but also not great because I got 10 checkies. I gotta do this shit. I gotta do this shit quick because I can't do this until next year. So I got 10 checkies, and then said my goodbyes, and it sucks. And it fucking sucks, and I went back to Japan. So, yeah.
Philippines.
The Philippines, and then a day later, fly back to the U.S. So, that was great.
Yeah.
But it sucks. Good
What
trip.
a trip, though.
Good trip. It still sucks that I'm not there, and I'm back in this shithole country where it is very shitty now.
That got progressively more shithole in the time you were away. But you know, honestly, yeah, that amazing both trips I think were awesome. It was fun keeping up with all your shenanigans. I hope to. That's the thing. Like at this, I don't know what's in the cards for 2026, but I do want to do a trip of similar ilk in a way, of just, but for me, since like I mean, obviously I love Crazy Fantasy, and I'm going to see them any chance that I can if I'm ever in Japan. But part of me just wants to be like, okay, I'll have no plan. Let's see what Taibans are happening, and then just go in, just
Go
like
with the flow.
blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, I love doing that with like getting surprised by artists or whatever. And I mean, like honestly, like yeah, I think that'd be a good way for me to just sort of experience the madness that is just Tokyo's idol scene. Because again, like really, like I've technically only ever seen one concert in Japan, and that was fucking like that was Sashi's graduation at the Yokohama baseball stadium. So like I don't have like the reference. I mean, obviously like there's Kaigai idol stuff that I work and I participate in, but you know I've never really had the reference of like Japanese like Chika idol taibans
Right.
in this sort of way. So you know, I definitely want to experience this for myself, and I hope like all our if anyone in chat that either hasn't visited Japan or hasn't done like a trip like this or really explored the scene out there. Yeah, hopefully this is serving as inspiration for you as well to just go out and explore or go out and you know find a new OC, find a new like group that you might enjoy. And yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it sucks that you won't be able to go back until next year, but
I did tell Gumi that like maybe I could go for Ria's birthday in October, but I'm like, that's my dad's birthday too, and it's
no.
hella expensive coming
Sorry,
from
Dad.
US. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe next year, cause like every like March or February I usually go to the Philippines with my dad and my mom, and might as well make it a cheap trip to go to Japan too. So might as well bundle that in with Gumi's birthday. But yeah, lesson learned. One thing, keep your fucking mouth shut for specific things. One, two.
If that's the one thing or the two things we've learned, it's keep your mouth shut and bring more money.
Bring more money. If you're doing a 10-day trip, double your budget when the money that you brought was for 5 fucking days. So, yeah. And also, keep in mind that you're also buying food and you're also paying for your subway ticket. So, but take that into effect when you're budgeting. Don't be me. Don't be fucking me. But, yeah. And, yeah, Zhang, shout out. That guy's cool. Hit him up for, you know, other stuff. Upper tier idol groups. Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah,
But
see, like I'm probably gonna run the gamut where I'd be like, oh, I'll probably go to like some like dingy ass like live house and see some group I've never seen. And on the other spectrum, I'm like, oh, I want to go see Candy Tune. I want to go see like
the
all the
Fruits
other like
Basket,
big
yeah.
idol groups. Yeah,
I mean, that's basically
Fruits
what I did. It was like go from the bottom rung to like maybe the upper tier, upper mid card with Mermal and Crazy Fantasy. But that's basically what I did. So
I never see daylight. just it's just like, ah, the light, it burns. Oh man, but no.
But yeah, that was my trip. There's probably a lot more I could say, but we should probably take it home. It's right 2:42.
Yeah,
but
let's take it home. Again, thank you, Eggy, for sharing, letting me live vicariously through your JP trips. Not just this year, but last year as well, because I haven't been able to go back since 2023. I mean, this is usually the part where I thank the guests slash ask for any shout outs. So I mean, like besides Crazy Fantasy, what else are you going to shout out or promote or like put forward?
fuck if I know. If you're no, you know what? Yeah, if you're in Japan, go watch Oran Dochu, go watch Yonahate, go watch Merkwo Mermal. If Idol Shikaku has a show like once a month, they have a show once a month, and if your schedule lands at a perfect time, go watch them too. Support Choka.
Yeah. Support Nina too.
Support Nina too, and
All of them, really, but
yeah. If you're in Japan, please support Gumi. My fucking god, go watch Gumi. She deserves better, and Crazy Fantasy
Yeah, no,
deserves
Gumi-
better.
Gumi work.
Oh my god, they deserve better. So bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's the
They-
reason I fucking did Idolize, was to try to promote people that deserve it. Oh my god, but and maybe
And,
one day I'll
you
get
know.
them on the show, but who knows? But
I'm praying for that day too. Trust me. Like that's, I want that like, it's like an anime arc. Like this is like a training montage, and then
it
you're
all
able
leads
to
up to
get
that. Yeah, basically.
yeah, you're finally able to get your Kamioshi on the show that you basically invented because of them. So
Yeah.
what better way?
What else? I got nothing else. Just support Crazy Fantasy if you can. Buy
Indeed.
with live.
As the-
Support them. Talk
As
to
the
them.
Shill Zone says.
Shill Zone.
So
Yes.
please
Yes.
support Crazy
Mia.
Fantasy now.
Very Crazy Fantasy.
Yeah, support all of them.
That's about it. I had nothing else
Alright.
to say.
Yeah. All right. Thank you again for everyone that tuned in for this very extended episode of Idolize. Next week, I believe you already have a guest lined up.
yeah,
And
shit.
this is it for me, by the way. Like this, I'm handing the keys back to Aggie. I hope I didn't get any scratches or dents.
Oh yeah, the
on the-
Flophouse one. Shit. But you know what? That's fine.
No, oh my god, I still hear those fucking like.
Meow
I
meow
was
meow meow
talking about-
meow.
I hear that in my sleep. Like I'm so traumatized by it. Like anytime I think of that, it's just like I have PTSD. But yeah. Again, if you guys want to follow Eggy as he transitions back into the hosting role, again, you can catch us here on twitch.tv/EggyDrago. If you want to follow on social media, again, as we said before, Eggy is mostly on Instagram and Twitter, so that would be at Eggy Drago. If you missed any part of this is a very long episode, so I don't blame anyone for like checking in and out. But if you wanted to see the rest of it, or any part you missed, or any previous shows, all the way back to like the first episode with
Phoebe.
the other Kamioshi with Phoebe,
Yeah.
you can go on youtube.com/@idolize101, and you could literally just listen for hours on end for learn about different idols, and maybe you'll find a new person that you like, or a group you like, or an oshi. What do we got on the events calendar? You don't have to do this, by the way, when you transition back.
I'm
just
taking
something I like
the
to do.
shittiest pep talk ever thing. With
Back?
me. Back. Instead of
Okay.
this. But yeah.
Okay, so next weekend on the 12th and 13th, we have Sakura Matsuri in Washington, D.C. There is going to be a lot of idol performances. I can't even think of who's going to be there. I'm pretty sure.
It's like Pawn Ranger, Aiden,
Yeah.
Doki Bird, no. Celestia's Palette, Celestia's group, right? Band, Eternal
Oh
Hoshi.
no! I'm not. No,
Oh,
no, that's
different
Niban
thing.
Matsuri.
That's
Yeah,
different.
different thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Sakura Matsuri is like it's basically just like a cherry blossom cultural festival that they have like performances on, and like it's like they basically like shut down one block near the Capitol building, but for good reasons this time instead of 2021. So yeah, like they just it's like a lot of food and like Japanese culture. Like they have like I think they have sumo or something like that. So like I wanted to make it out for that just because I've always wanted to experience like DC is probably the most famous place in the U.S. for when it comes to hanami or just cherry blossoms in general. So yeah, if you're in the area, go check it out. Like I'm sure like there will be no shortage of things to do there. The following week, on April 19th in Baltimore, we have Idol Gateway Volume 2. So, I've been saying this like over and over again, but we've got a amazing lineup. I love Idol Gateway, and I'm not saying that just because I'm Idol Gateway stuff, but we got Purgatory, we got Grimoire, we got WTF, we got Sapphire. And we got Celestia, aka Tama, aka whatever million other names. Oh, thank you, Barry. It's Flare, Sadi, Palette, at least from Sakura Matsuri. Yeah, definitely. Like always, like Flare always puts on good performances. So definitely for Sakura Matsuri, check them out. And I mean, they help run Idol Gateway. So neither Alex or Michael or Aiden are performing, but they're really just trying to make this a thing in the DMV. So I hope like if you're in the area, please come and support. The week after that, we got Castle Point Anime Convention.
Shout out to
AKA
CPAC.
CPAC, not the good CPAC, not the bad CPAC. So yeah, I believe they just closed applications for the Idol Showcase, but like obviously like friends of the show like Ashes and Aiden are helping to run that. So stay tuned. Our other friend of the show, Royal, is doing a Just Dance panel. And then I'm still losing my shit over this every single time I say it, but freaking Nita Emi, aka freaking Hanukkah from Love Live.
I'm jealous. I can't be there, dude.
But no, like it's gotcha. It's gotcha. That's the thing. It's like
Oh,
you
it's
have
Lotto?
to win.
Damn.
Yeah, you have to win the lottery. For
They're bringing
the concert.
Emmy from Japan, and they're also bringing the Lotto system from Japan.
Yeah, so there's a lottery system for the concert. There's a lottery system for like the sign kai basically, and then there's a lottery system for like a panel as well or something. Like,
Dude,
I
what?
only really entered for the concert because that's the only thing I'm interested in. But I mean, I believe like the signups or the registration is still open, maybe for like another week or so, and then I don't know when they'll announce winners, but I'm crossing all my fingers. I want to see. That's the closest I'll ever get to seeing Snow Halation IRL. So I want to be there. What else we got?
Side tangent.
We
the only time I heard Snow Halation Live or witnessed Snow Halation Live was getting into a private Skype group when Final Live for Muse was happening. Someone brought their phone into a satellite viewing of the Final Live in Tokyo Dome. So the only I witnessed Snow Halation in my ears via Skype. So yeah, that's
that's
fun.
how long ago that was.
2016.
My heart goes out to everyone that didn't get a W for Aqua's final.
Oh, yeah, that was
I know
everyone.
it was crazy. So
I saw one person. That's it. Get a W. That's it.
Yep. Okay. What else we got? We got Idol related, but also VTuber mostly. We got Kori Ojo's Isekai live in Las Vegas on April 27th. I assume you will be there.
I will be there. It is a free event. I just have to reserve. Notable. There's a lot of people on that lineup. Famous people that that I know or you know. Phoebe is one of the listed soloists.
Yeah. Phoebe's one of the headliners.
Yumemi Dream also listed in there. Both of which have appeared on IDOLEYEZ. So support them if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds fun. Yeah, it's cool that there's enough interest that they were able to like rent an entire theater to come watch the event. So that's actually really cool. What else we got? May 3rd we have Kogata-con. Kogata-con also has an idol showcase. I'm not sure of lineup just yet, but um, I will be there. There's also a maid cafe that's being run by some of my friends. So yeah, Kogata-con's always fun. It's a 1-day event, and usually it's really affordable for a convention, by the way. So yeah, go support them. After that, we have Anime Boston from May 23rd to 25th. There's an idol showcase. I believe it's just mostly cosplay performances, but former guest again, My Urania is going to be performing during their idol showcase, and also Real. Like what?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
how did
they
the
brought
Anime
Real out.
Boston pull Real? The fuck? Um, same weekend is Aniban Matsuri in actual DC on May 24th, which is a Saturday. So you got Eternal Hoshi, you got Pawn Ranger, you got Aiden, you got Hibicord, which is the any like any song band that
Celestia
Celestia Tama's part of,
Yeah.
and DMV Jared, not like not to be confused with Pittsburgh Jared. um, we got so Hibicord and Peach Tea Punch, which again I think Tara last week mentioned like she knows them. So yeah, I'm sad I can't make it down for this either. Like I really gotta like rein it in with my DMV trips, but that's gonna be an awesome set. And I love Eternal Hoshi. They always let me work their events sometimes. So definitely go out and support them too. Also same weekend again, Anime North, May 23rd to 25th in Toronto. They have this is why I'm sad. Like all this amazing stuff is happening on the same weekend, and I can't go. They're getting Mama Shiba no Taigun.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like Ashes was going to
I'm-
Anime Boston, and she saw they're bringing out a whack group for Canada. It's like, oh man.
Not just that, like hold on, like literally just announced over the weekend. What you call it? God, I forgot. The same weekend as Otakon. There's some Canadian anime convention that's getting Claris. And I'm just like, no, why? Of all the time, like Claris never comes to like North America at all, and the one time they come to this side of the world, it's the same weekend as Otakon. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I will see them one day. I will see them one day. If not, and if I will see them one day, and if not, I'm sure like freaking Paul will drag my ass to an event someday as well because
Oh
he's
yeah, big
he's-
Claris guy. So
yeah, Claris. He is the Claris and G friend Woda, basically. What else we got? Following weekend, this is the one I'm actually locking in for, is on May 31st, which is a Saturday. It's an afternoon show, surprisingly. In Baltimore, we have Alex Pinku's birthday live. I mean, their birthday was like a few weeks ago.
Yes,
Actually,
yeah.
it's just this is the only time Alex could reserve this venue. So yeah, Alex Pinku again, like not only a good artist but also just one of the faces of, in my opinion, one of the faces of Kaigai idols in the East Coast. Always is just doing amazing stuff to promote the scene. So let's reward them with having an amazing birthday live event. I don't know if tickets are on sale yet, but please look forward to that. I will be working as photographer as well. So, and then in June, our last one, I swear, we have Puka Puka Summer Song Festival, aka Tunatsu Tumatsuri. Natsu Matsuri was kind of like the first big event I went to last year,
I
and
dragged
that's
you.
when I first.
Well, I technically
Yeah, you dragged me.
because Phoebe was going. So
Yeah, because Fee was there, and then Royal was there, and Aiden was there, and Ishida was there, and Eternal Hoshi. So like that was really like my baptism of fire when it came to this community, and yeah, like I don't think I can say it yet, but like I'm involved in some degree. So like please,
oh, dude, you're gonna be on
um,
stage performing, dude.
oh shit, no. Nah, no. No, I'm the only thing, or I'm mainly just trying to organize the Switch 2 pit, but we'll see if those get tariffed. But yeah, no, like Natsumatsuri, or it's a cool like idea, and like it's not a big venue because like there's an actual like arena up top, but we're usually just like down in like the bar
Yeah,
area,
with no signal.
in the basement. Yeah, with no signal. But like it's probably like the biggest event that I can think of for idols when it comes to at least my neck of the woods in like central Jersey. So come through. They haven't announced full lineup yet, but I'm sure they always they have a lot of good connections, so it's going to be amazing. There's a lot more VTubers at this event as well, so if you're into that, definitely come through. They work Daybreak, Fred, like all of them, they work really hard to put on amazing events. So please, that's probably good. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most for in I guess the short term. So that's calendar. That'll cover the at least next 2 or 3 months. So yeah, you're good. You don't got to do this anywhere, Egg. You're
No,
good.
I'm
I
swapping
covered
this
it.
with the shittiest pep talk ever. That's my signature. This is your signature.
All right.
Or
Thank
if I do
you.
want to do this, I would probably keep it to 2 weeks minimum. So yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it. That's all we got. Thank you again for joining us for episode what is this? 46 of Idolize.
46.
This is the end of my residency. I mean, I'll show up from time to time,
Yeah,
but
we got join
yeah, it was
ops
fun.
sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. It was fun hosting. I learned a lot definitely. Of like, I'm still fairly new at this scene.
No. Oh, I mean,
So-
new to the scene, yeah, but not new to
Like
hosting.
podcasting, like I've done already, but yeah, like I'm fairly new to the scene, so it's always wonderful to learn more and get to know more people. Just like side tangent, like it's weird. It's weird when like I go to like events and some people know me from Idolize. And I'm just like, I'm just guest hosting, Jesus. And like it's sometimes it's like some people I don't know, or like I can't put face to name. I
What?
don't know if they're an oomph. I'm just like, what? Or like seeing the reaction on people's face when I say that I'm like involved with Idolize is still probably the coolest thing. That's just a testament to the work you've put in for the past year, basically, and whatever capacity I've been able to help, further that goal, that dream. I'm glad to have done it because I really too am in my own way with photography or video. I really too am passionate about giving people that deserve it, a platform or a stage, a metaphorical stage to be discovered on. So I hope that continues like well into the future. And Idolize 1 year anniversary is coming up, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
in,
I'm
like,
planning to gun for one specific guest. They've been on the show before, but hopefully I can get them again. But it's
Yeah,
either them or
definitely.
really try to Steph Curry 3 to the moon, a Gumi one or a real.
you should
one,
keep
but-
you should keep the call your shot section though. That's
Call-
always funny.
Okay, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's always funny is when like people are just like people manifest things and they may or may not actually happen. So at least we have like the video evidence of it. But
But,
that's
yeah.
my spiel. That is this episode of
Ooh.
Idolize. Thank you again for joining us. Do you know who we are rating?
I don't know who we're rating. We usually don't do raids, but one last thing. That's I'll fox you. Nope. Next week, Tuesday, April 15, we got another guest, and it's my return to form as episode 47. We got Barry, who's currently just performing alongside Phoebe and Onion and Strawberry Sunday in California. But Barry,
Yeah. What is that, like OC anime something?
oh, that
or
was
whatever?
yesterday. I think this is just the
shit.
Idol Rage event that is happening today. But yes, all of them were at OC Japan Fair yesterday. But Barry is a long time coming. I've planned to have her since like I met her at Northwest Idol Fest and like Idol Party in LA Volume 1 back in July or June. But we finally got Barry, and that'll be an interesting interview to watch.
Awesome. Like again, another face of the scene, basically. So, I'll be tuned in for that definitely. So,
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us. This was literally 3 hours of two Filipino guys yapping about how much they love Japan and their Oshis. So
Shit, like the
if you stuck around-
Nuif Yap session was at least this long too. So
damn.
yeah,
All right, so thank you again. We'll catch you. I'll see you around. I'm sure. I won't disappear. I swear. I promise.
we'll probably be on for the Alex Pinku encore episode or like Daybreak.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, probably.
Or
But
Akari.
yeah. So
Yeah.
till then, it's been my honor hosting the prestigious Idoleyez for the past few months. So
Thank you for
hope everyone
that.
stays healthy, stays motivated, and
You didn't burn the
go
house
find
down.
some idols. Go.
Find some idols.
Yeah, I didn't burn the house down.
You didn't burn the house down. Well, almost. You almost did. You almost did the flop
Almost
house,
did.
but it was good. It was still good. Same idol time, same idol place.
My idol place here.
Stay
on
creamy.
Idoleyez.
Stay creamy,
Stay-
as
Bye, guys.
this guy would say. And will we go to the ending screen in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.
See ya.